Baby, what's in there wine? I feel sexy as fuck. I see why y'all like wine.
I will pray for you, but if you get on my nerve, I will cuss you smooth out. My mouth ain't under control yet, and I can throw these hands. And let me tell you something, if I get my hands on you, I promise you, you gonna know you've been in a fight. But I'm trying not to go there because I'm in transition.
Yes, and that's the energy that Angela Oakley brought to season 17, episode 5. When I tell you, she say, my mouth ain't under control and I can throw these hands. And once I get my hands on you, you gonna know you've been in a fight. And she turned pinky cold every which way but loose. I gotta run it back.
I will pray for you, but if you get on my nerve, I will cuss you smooth out. My mouth ain't under control yet, and I can throw these hands. And let me tell you something, if I get my hands on you, I promise you, you gonna know you've been in a fight. But I'm trying not to go there because I'm in transition.
Yes, my mouth. She said, I can throw a rock and touch 10 people that you owe. When I tell you, baby, Angela delivered nothing less stellar than a sermon and read Pinky, tennis ball head, Cole for Phil. Pinky. I do not think this is right for you. Listen, read her for Filth, Brittany Janae read her for Filth. I've been telling y'all, I said, Pinky don't belong here. Pinky does not belong here on the Real Housewives of Atlanta. It ain't even about the reads, honey. You not ready. You went home and practiced to my Damon. To my take off your hair and your wig. She don't have to. And Angela said, I would still pull the same nigga I got today. You done took off your hair. You done took off your wigs. And you barely making it. You can't tell your husband that you lost all that money. You crying because you know he got one foot out the door. Girl, hush. Read her ass for Filth. Girl, you are out of your league. Pinky. I've been telling you. I said, I don't like her. I don't like her as a Real Housewife. But I'm going to get into it. But yes. Honey, we are talking all things the Real Housewives of Atlanta, season 17, episode 5. Dynasty Divas. This episode served. Production, you did your big one. This episode served. And listen, served. Baby, when I tell you the girls worked, and when I'm talking about the girls, I'm talking about the OGs. I don't care for the newbies. I won't, I can't. I cannot. I see them coming a mile away. They childish. They childish to me. I don't like the newbies. Bravo, I see where you're trying to go, and you feel like you've really gotten... Andy said something. Actually, let me see if I can find it. Because I do have it. Do I have it? Let me see if I have what Andy Cohen said. Or maybe I should save it. He basically said Nene Leakes is not coming back. Y'all can keep it. He said, y'all can quit asking. Nene Leakes is not coming back. That's what I took. And it seems like he likes what he has. It seems like he likes what he has. By way of the cast and the dynamics of the cast. But ooh, baby, they tearing you up, Kelly. They are tearing you up on X, on Twitter. I'm a Twitter girl. I'm gonna say Twitter. Because they said, how dare you talk to Drew and tell her she looks like the alien in her movie. And girl, they posted a picture of you before you got your face cut and pulled back behind your ears. Let me show you. Hold on. Hold on. Why are they doing Kelly like this? Kelly, this is what they're saying. Hold on. Let me go ahead and put it here in real time. I haven't even got into my review and things are already hot. Kelly, you walked yourself into this one. Because Drew, let me just say something. Drew may be a lot of things, but unattractive, she is not. Beautiful girl. She does not look like an alien. Girl, this is what they did to you. They are clowning you on Twitter. They are clowning you. They say, how dare you? Let me go ahead and pull it up. They said this woman is talking, has the audacity to talk about Drew's looks. Girl, let me blow it up. Now, it's not me because I don't get it. And then look at the husband. Girl, it's giving first Ebenezer. Hold on. It's giving Deacon so-and-so. Look at this, Kelly. Now, you know you don't come in, Kelly, because you did talk about her looks. Twitter is no place to play around. So they over there going in on Kelly because she tried to clown Drew. And they said, how dare you? But anywho, that ain't even what I was trying to show y'all. What I was trying to show you is Andy said, Nene is not coming back. Don't ask. It's not happening. Let me see if I can pull it up real quick. If not, I'm going to mosey on about my business. I guess I didn't save it. Hold on. No, I didn't save it. I guess I didn't deem it worthwhile, child. But that's what he said. He said she's not coming back. They have what they like. Oh, okay. I got that. I'm going to come back to that. So here's where we are. Let's get into season 17, episode 5. Yes, 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 honey. That's what I'm coming with. I said, you better do your big one, Cynthia Bailey. I have to give a round of applause to Cynthia Bailey because when I tell you I loved and enjoyed seeing Cynthia Bailey sit down at the table with Adrienne Maloof and entering into the what do we call it? The spirit space, the tequila space. Yes, round of applause to you. I have to give Cynthia Bailey a round of applause. And if this is your first time here, welcome, welcome, welcome to Party in the Chat tonight. Yes, we are talking all things the Real Housewives of Atlanta, but we kind of do it in a way where we skip school on Monday and we are outside on a school night and we grab a glass of wine or a cocktail or iced tea or whatever it is that you're having. And honey, we go in and we talk and we let the girls have it on Party in the Chat. So it's going to be a lot of reads tonight. Don't take it personal. That is just what we do. But listen, Cynthia did her big one. Cynthia pulled this entire episode together. Just the fact that it was her event, it was her hosting the trip. When I tell you it was laid down like Black excellence, it was bust down the middle. Cynthia, you gave and you hosted, period, point blank. Cynthia is that girl. I think Cynthia is the right girl to be able to take a tequila and introduce a smooth, gentle tequila to the market for Black girls. Now, I'm not going to be drinking it, Cynthia, because I'm not a tequila girl, but you are on your way. And I got to give credit where credit is due. And did y'all notice how good? I mean, have you all noticed how good things are starting to find their way to Cynthia Bailey? Cynthia, I said that to say this. I don't think you need to get married again. I don't. I think men are a distraction. I think you should do long-term dating and all that. I think you should keep Lake Bailey, your house on the lake. And I think that you should focus on your business ventures and date here, date there, date everywhere. But girl, single looks good on you. You are being rewarded for being single. Peter and all of them and Mike, girl, Dion, Leon, listen. That was just a distraction to your greatness. It was pulling you away from your purpose because you were shining, honey. You were aging well. You over there in Beverly Hills with Crystal. You over here in Beverly Hills with Adrienne. Girl, the white people love you. You have that crossover appeal. And listen, when the girls are doing their thing, baby, you ain't going to get nothing short of a round of applause over here. Cynthia is that girl. And if anybody is set to bring a tequila to the market, look, the Black girl magic of it all, Yes, we will buy from you. And even though I'm not a tequila girl, I will buy from you. I sure will. And make me a mixed margarita. Listen, so I feel like this is probably going to be one of the best episodes because Bravo, you did your thing. Even though Cynthia is a friend of the show, you slid her in and allowed her to take control as a friend of the show, but yet trusting her OG status. Are y'all following me? Is this the first time in Bravo history where they've allowed a friend of the show to host a cash trip? That was a good, brilliant. That's why I said production did their thing too. If you understand the logistics of what was put together, production showed up. Bravo, that was, listen, a chef's kiss. That was a chef's kiss. Welcome, baby Carol. She said, I caught a live finally. Cynthia got herself a younger Leon. Listen, and living La Vida Loca. Living La Vida Loca. And Cynthia, come to me. Come to me. Hey, when you drop that tequila, girl, we're going to promote it all over here. Wait a minute. Ali B says, the Caucasian Bravo Lebs love Cynthia. She's lovable. Hold on, y'all. I think she's lovable. What you think? I think she's lovable. So the fact that Bravo allowed a friend of the show to lead a cash trip is telling me everything. My first question for you, Bravo, is are you considering bringing Cynthia Bailey back as a full-time cast member? I think you should. I think she stepped up to the plate this episode. I like what she has going on. I like the fact that you weaved in Adrienne Maloof. Now, I'm going to say this, and y'all listen. Cynthia, what's for you is for you. You did not need Phaedra there with you with Adrienne. I'm going to get into all of that later. I would have brought Portia before I brought Phaedra. I would have brought, but I understand why you brought Phaedra. But Phaedra just don't do what y'all think she's going to do for the moment. I think she takes away from the moment when it's your moment to shine. I think Portia would have been a great backup, second string quarterback to you. Phaedra was I kind of feel like she was a bit distasteful. I don't think you need her there for your moment. That's all I'm going to say. Okay. Now, I think she has a great appeal to all of Bravo. That was just so brilliant how they plugged those two on the Real Housewives of Atlanta. I'm just stuck. Like I have nothing but good things to say about it. But I'm happy for you. Go for it, Cynthia. Okay, now let's talk about my thumbnail real quick before we move on. So the reason why my thumbnail features the OGs, with the exception of Angela, she may as well be an OG, okay? Because they carried this entire episode. And when I tell you these girls came together to work the hell together, they carried this entire episode. They got it back to what it was supposed to be, the Real Housewives of Atlanta. And when I tell you the girls recognize what the hell is going on from the newbies, they stood 10 toes down. Neither one of them folded when it was time to play ball. Neither one of them whined, cried, or complained. These girls played ball, and I don't think y'all understood what the hell was happening in front of you. There was a mutiny on the ship. You better ask any former military. Honey, there was a mutiny on the ship. And listen, the city girls came on the show and thought they were going to conquer and divide and take over. And when I tell you the OGs and the older women stood the hell on business, drove their asses to that pool into isolation, had them over there crying like tiaras and toddlers. What is it? Toddlers and tiaras? Show did. Cynthia whooped their asses into shape in the worst way, in the most appropriate, passive way. Gave y'all asses the worst house on the market. Listen. Okay, we got to get into it. Listen. I really enjoyed it. So the reason why these girls are on my thumbnails because they represent what an OG is supposed to be like. Bravo, don't usher in too many new faces, too much energy on the Real Housewives of Atlanta. Is not going to work. We, the people, don't like it. I don't like it. I don't like all that new energy because it's toxic. It's not developed. It's immature. It's insecure. This entire episode is given the Real Housewives of Atlanta, and not because of the reads. I'll say that. I know there was a showdown at the table, and when I tell you it was a game of ping pong, Pinky, you lost. But that's not what made the episode good. What made the episode good is because the older women got what it takes. See, we've been sleeping on these girls. They got what it takes. So the older women, the OG likes, that's what we're gonna call them. The OG likes, they understood the assignment. The older women know what to give us. They know what great television is. Even Portia knows what good television is. Cynthia knows what good television is, and so does Angela. Andy Cohen, listen to me. Listen. I don't know if you over here or not. Listen to me. Bravo, listen to me. Let's go ahead and get Shamea off. Let's get Kelly off. Let's get Pinky off of the show. This is what we want you to do. Bring Kenya Moore back. And let's get one more. And I was going to say Nene, but they're saying Andy is saying hell to the no to Nene. So I may have to leave that alone. Get Kenya Moore back. And let's get one more. Kelly gotta go. Shamea gotta go. Hell, K. Michelle gotta go at this point. Pinky gotta go. But some of y'all are saying, no, hold on, Queen Shiba, you getting ahead of yourself. We want to keep one or two of the newbies. If you can keep one or two of the newbies, who would you keep? I'll give y'all a few seconds. I think you found your magic, Andy, with your core three. That's gonna be Portia. Go ahead and bring Cynthia back. Bring Cynthia back as a full-time. We need the likes of Cynthia Bailey. Go ahead and get Cynthia queued up, ready. We need her full-time. You can do to Cynthia what you did for Phaedra last season on the Real Housewives of Atlanta, where y'all brought her in a couple of episodes right before you ended. Let's go ahead and get Cynthia back into full-time role. We're going to keep Drew. We're going to keep Portia. We're going to keep Angela. We got 4. Who else, y'all? They saying keep K. Michelle. I'm on the fence. And I'm going to tell you why. I don't think so. And Mr. Calbone is saying Shamea, keep her body wise. Because that's a married woman. You say you want to look at her. You just don't. He said keep her body wise. Okay. I don't think K. Michelle's ready. She's not. And y'all don't understand where I'm coming from. She's not ready. She's going to ruin the show if she don't grow up in real time and recognize that she's on the Real Housewives of Atlanta and not loving hip hop. Now, who else can we bring back? Kenya. We need one more. Don't say Kim Zolciak. Hell to the no. Let all black be all black. Now, that's what we need, Andy. Some folks say Nene Leakes. But I kind of feel like Nene Leakes is on this weird type of energy right now because Nene is trying to play in spaces with the millennials and the Gen Zs. It's almost like she's rejecting where she is in life. So I don't know if Nene would even be able to come back in if they let her and step right back into character and get back in her place of being an older woman. I don't know if Nene's comfortable where she is in life right now. Because, girl, when I saw you out there outside acting up with Young Miami with a thong running all up your behind, I was like, Trey say keep everybody right now. I don't like Kelly. I don't like, I don't like Pinky. It's just, y'all are saying that. Let me break it down. We need to save the show. And Cynthia, Portia, and Angela saved the show. You're saying, but Cynthia wasn't arguing with Pinky. It's beyond the read. It was Cynthia's trip. She pulled them back into excellence. She pulled them back into what the Real Housewives is all about. Brand deals, showing your getting out here flaunting your stuff as a boss bitch, making deals, catching flights and not feelings, private jet of it all, the dynasty of it all. We talking 25 lighters, 25 acres on the dresser. Yes, sir. I got to get paid. 25 acres on a dresser. Yes, sir. I got to get paid. We gonna fly y'all down to Texas where the money is good. She brought the class back this episode, and you can see the ghetto. What is it? The hood rich try to take it back to Ratchet TV. Angela was being called all kind of bitches, being disrespected from a level that she didn't deserve, and still held it down. And Portia ran interference like she was supposed to. Baby, when I tell you, if you don't understand the logistics of reality television, these girls saved a show, and they did it without having to tear anybody down. Oh, let's get into it. I am just getting warmed up, honey. So, Phaedra, I'm still on the fence about her. And I'm going to call you Filthy Phaedra this episode, because Phaedra, I feel like you ruined the moment between the girls when they were having a good old kiki. And I'm talking about Adrienne Maloof and Cynthia Bailey, when Adrienne was like, you know what, let's get out of here and let's go get us a black cherry margarita. Because girl, you are filthy. And your jokes just don't be landing the way you think they can and should, Phaedra. That was a horrible joke about the black cherry being in alignment with your vagina. That was disgusting to me. Big black cherry. That is disgusting. Like that was girl. Y'all are sitting here planning a gala. Show yourself to be approved. Act like you a damn lady. Why? Listen, I'm gonna be honest with you. You make that kind of joke with your man, not your friends. Jeez, Louise, that is all I am saying. That was disgusting. That wasn't even funny. It reminds me of an old, horny man that's always talking about sex. You sound like an old, horny, nasty ass old lady. That was gross. Like, that ain't no different than an old man sitting there talking about and making a joke. And I will file sexual harassment charges. Phaedra, you was out of line. I almost threw up in my mouth. So let's talk about the trip. So they're planning for Dallas day one. And so, yes, the ladies came in looking great for day one. Now, I have one correction for Phaedra. Girl, that was not Texas. You came in all black leather pants, lace, blonde wig, talking about Texas. That is not Texas. Don't do that. You didn't even get it right. I was like, you did not get it right. Pinky didn't get it right. What the hell was she doing? Take a look at Phaedra. Phaedra said she was giving Texas. And I was like, no, you're not. It's giving white Texas. It's given, I don't know. To be honest, I don't know what the hell it was given. I ain't seen that part of Texas. Let me see if I can find it. With Phaedra talking about she was representing with that blonde wig. No, you were not. Girl, we don't walk around like that in Texas at all. Hold on. Let me see if I can find it now. I think I got it. Here we go. Do I have it? Yeah, I got it. I knew I had it. Hold on. This is what Phaedra was given. That is not Texas. Girl, this is strip club. Do y'all see this? Somebody says giving Big Ange. Don't play with us. Oh, that's Kelly. Oops. My bad. Ah, I messed up. Hold on. Here we go. That's not Texas. Ain't nobody sitting down with their legs gapped open like that. Don't lie on us. She said this sweet Georgia peach met the Texas heat. They say everything is bigger in Texas, and the arguments proved it. It says Real Housewives star Phaedra Parks tapped into her Texas alter ego. No, ma'am. That is given Atlanta strip club. What is the name of it? That strip club down there in Atlanta? That popular strip club that y'all go to? The rappers talk about? Yeah, that's what that's given. Mm-mm. Ain't no black woman out here with platinum blonde hair like that. I don't know what you were channeling, but that ain't Texas. What is this? Magic City. That's what that is. That's what that is. Magic City. Period. So let me get back to my commentary, but I just had to share that with y'all. Girl, that ain't Anywho, so that's what Phaedra said. She was serving up the pinky look like the Grinch and all that green with that hat on. I'm sorry. So we find out on day one, right? If you missed the episode, that it's K Michelle's and Pinky Cole's first trip ever with a group of women. Now, when I heard that, I already knew that it was going to be some ish. I already knew it was going to be some shit. And it pissed me off when I heard, I said, they leading up to something with this. Because both of them are in their confessional saying, it's my first time doing an ever trip, first ever trip with women. I said, it's about to be some shit. Because you don't just say that for nothing. Here we go. Pinky said in her confessional that she has a masculine energy for women. Y'all, that means she doesn't play well in a sandbox. That means she's just not a girl's girl. That means don't trust that hoe. Whatever. And whatever else that comes with that. Watch this. And it showed up later on the episode that there's a reason why women probably have not invited you on a trip. You almost ruined this trip, to be honest, right? So I guess this is a question for Bravo. Why are you casting women like this who are openly saying, without saying, I don't get along with other women? The Real Housewives of Atlanta is a show that centers, I'm going to say this, it centers itself on an ensemble cast. So you have two women that are primary housewives that don't get along with other women in groups. You looking for problems, Bravo. This is going to be an epic fail. And K Michelle, and they did just that. They damn near disrupted this episode by not wanting to film with the other ladies on purpose. I took up a great issue with that. I was pissed off. I'm going to get into all of that. When I tell y'all I was so damn pissed off, because I said, now you trying to sabotage the damn show. You know you're not a good fit, K Michelle. You know you're not a good fit. Pinky Cole, you mean to tell me you're willing to risk and sabotage Cynthia's trip? Because Pinky, you made it very clear last episode that they couldn't argue or talk out their differences. Don't do that here. Don't do that here. You can't do that here. And now you're about to shit on another woman's trip? Nah, you got to go. So immediately when I heard them say, I don't really do, girl, I don't really do trips with other women. Why are we here? I got masculine energy when it comes to other women. Why are you here? And I'm not going to be a Pinky fan. I was like, I don't think I'm going to be a Pinky fan at all, because the main two who've never traveled with the other women are probably the biggest troublemakers in their real lives. So they get on the private jet. That was cute, Cynthia. They had their own personal charcuterie boards, chocolate covered strawberries. They had the drinks and everything. And Pinky then got on that plane and held them people hostage with that long ass First Ebenezer Baptist prayer. And listen, the way they made it seem, they said that prayer went on forever. That prayer went on forever. Girl, we don't mind a good prayer, but come on, we got shit to do. We got to eat this cheese and this meat and these crackers. Girl, we got to get these pilots strapped up so they can do the pre-flight check. We got to get gas in this plane. Girl, we trying to sit down. You took up 30, 45 minutes to say a prayer. Next time you say your own personal prayer in the car on your way here, and right before you amen,
there's 1,000 of you. I said, close them doors. Ushers, close the doors. Close the doors. Close the doors.
That's all I'm saying. She said that. Did you see all them people that had to stand there and listen to that? And I'm not against prayer. Come on. But don't be wasting folks' time. Don't hold me here that damn long. And I knew exactly what Pinky was doing. I said, I know what she's doing. Because who's going to reject a prayer, right? But I told y'all got to pay attention to what was happening in this episode. It was a mutiny on board the ship. Pinky took lead for the newbies. Pinky was doing the most on purpose. And let me find out that you're trying to hog the camera to make sure that you get camera time. Did you hear me? Let me find out that you were purposely trying to hog the camera to get camera time. Mutiny on the ship. Pinky seemed like she is doing the most because she's trying to make sure that she stays in the forefront of the cast. See, ladies, this is what I'm talking about. You got to know your place. See if the hostess wants to pray. It ain't your damn trip. You didn't even pray at your own event. And that's why I be telling ladies, fall back. It ain't your shit. And this is what I mean by it. This is how you show up. See, this is how you show up on the outside looking in when you come or to an event with all women and you become very dominant in a group and you starting to take over and shit. Other women don't like that. And that's the quickest way to get your walking papers out of a group of women. You did way too much. Now, if you show up or if it's your first time on a girls trip and you know you got a personality that's dominant, masculine, toxic, takeover spirit, most people probably ain't gonna like you. So you would think that you would take a step back as opposed to taking a step forward because you already said, I'm masculine. You coming on there trying to run shit on them people playing? Hold on. Sit your ass down somewhere. Don't be trying to come on the job the first day trying to be the supervisor. So let me be very clear. Bravo. What I don't want to happen is for Pinky Cole to hog the camera. It's not a good look. Angela was spot on. It's not a good look. I don't want Pinky Cole to take the show down a road that we don't need to see. The Housewives is about housewiving. I don't want to hear about this bankruptcy the entire freaking time. And this entire season 17, I don't want her to dominate the camera and the conversations this entire season. She has dominated. She dominated the conversations this entire episode. She dominated on the plane. She dominated at dinner. She's the one that brought a dark cloud to the dinner. Where else did she dominate? The next day, it seems like Drew is going to have a talk with her about how domineering and nasty she was. She dominated about the house. That's not what, I don't want to hear nothing about her damn bankruptcy. Because I kind of feel like you talking about your bankruptcy, it seems like you're being open with your life, but really on a sneak tip, what you're really trying to do is you trying to come off as a financial expert because you keep saying my assets, my assets, my assets. Girl, bye. Because if you were really the financial expert that you claim to be, you wouldn't find yourself in bankruptcy. I'm going to say that. I'm going to stand on that. Yeah. I like how Angela was very clear in her confessional that we not the same. Because the money I lost was my money. The money you lost other people's money. I don't like Pinky Cole, y'all. I don't like her. And as a matter of fact, is Pinky her real name? Is that really that lady's real name? I don't like her. And not as a person. I don't like how she's coming off. I never thought she was a good fit for the show. And maybe she'll show up differently later on in the season. We've yet to see. She's something different that I'm not used to seeing and or feeling for the show. At least K. Michelle has the look and she understands the assignment from the aesthetics, right? But it ain't no way, Pinky, are you supposed to have a tennis ball on your head? Because you tried to go after Phaedra last week and you tried to attack her physical looks and the internet read your ass for filth. And Phaedra came back and read you for filth. And so you looked like you had a dirty tennis ball on your head. This week, you tried to attack Angela's looks. And you got your ass handed to you at that table. She said, with your incestuous teeth. You tried to run that lady down physically. And when it didn't work, you tried to attack her marriage. We're gonna talk about all of that. Because I don't like how you're trying to position yourself as being better than the rest of the ladies with all of your assets. Because, girl, if you was really that dope, you wouldn't be in bankruptcy. See, me personally, you can't hold me hostage like that. I would have got my black ass up and went to a different part of the plane. I know it's a private jet, but that's just how we talk over here. I would have went to a different part of the plane because you're not going to keep holding me freaking hostage every 5 minutes talking about your assets, and how rich you are and how many business you have. When I see you on the news getting your businesses confiscated, taken away, can't even tell your husband that you down real bad. Girl, bye. I'm not going to listen to this. See, I would have got up. That's how rude I am. I wouldn't have said anything, but I damn sure would have got up. That's it. That's all. Yeah, I feel like she's doing the most for the cameras. I think this lady is really needing this Real Housewives gig to work because it's giving desperado. It really is. And I believe you're lying. I don't think you have as much as you want us to believe. So there I said, I don't like you, Pinky Cole, for the show. And I think you are a bona fide liar. I just do. Yeah, bravo. I'm sticking to that notion because if we if we see her or if you allow her to take over the entire season talking about this damn bankruptcy, to be honest, it's really nobody else can say because she's the only one that's going through that. And nobody else will be able to get into the conversation or be able to relate with the exception of Angela. And their situations really aren't that similar. Anywho, so let's skip over that. We got some tea on this trip to Dallas, though, because K. Michelle disclosed that she and her husband don't have a prenup. I was gagged. I was like, what? See, these women, oh, y'all be doing the most. Y'all be doing the most. Y'all be taking these men to work. Y'all be bringing these men in your houses, marrying them, having babies after 90 days, all of this, and you don't have a prenup? I was like, no. And she explained why, right? She said, he really don't like chasing after my fame like that. He's not interested or doesn't appear to be interested in what I have. So I feel safe with him financially. Hey, Michelle, girl, that's the assignment. The man understands the assignment. Now, here's the thing. I really don't know what to say about that. So I was like, I'm going to just mind my business because if it were me marrying a man with money, I wouldn't sign a prenup. But on the other hand, if it were me, the woman with the money, marrying a man that had less than me, I would make him sign a prenup. So yeah, I said what I said. I got double standards. There you have it. Yeah, he would have had to have signed a prenup because you don't know that man like that. You do, but you don't. And I just hope he makes good on his not want anything from you, girl. I hope he makes good on that because God forbid if y'all ever decide to part ways, you're going to be the biggest dummy. You're going to be the biggest dummy because you and that man did rush to get married and you did twist his arm all the way back. You had your daddy and everybody call him. You forced that man to go down to that courthouse and that man married you under duress.
I heard about you. I was waiting on you at the door.
Now, I hope it works out. I'm going to leave that there. But K. Michelle, then she went on to say that her husband doesn't have social media. And I was like, you know what? That's good. That's not a bad thing. She said he does not have social media. I thought that's good. I'm okay with that. I thought that was a positive, right? I think it's safe. But she did say she also thinks that all men cheat. And that's where she threw me for a loop because I'm like, you got these body insecurities. You're insecure about yourself. You're insecure about being around other women. And you mean to tell me you going to marry a man that you feel like is going to end up cheating on you? Okay. I don't know, girl. That's a difficult headspace to live in for the rest of your life. Because I just said, child, the jury's still out on this one because why would you marry a man if you believe he gonna cheat? That didn't make sense, but okay. So anywho, the plan ended up landing in Dallas, Texas. So the girls are headed to the mansion. And then they asked Drew, they turned the conversation on Drew. I think it was Portia. And she said, well, how was your date? So I know one of y'all in my comments a couple of weeks ago told me that Black, the guy that's been on the show with Drew, he's allegedly a good friend of the lady named Super Scent. Child, that's a mess in and of
I don't want to
itself.
talk about it.
You just said I'm gonna talk about
Kill
it.
I get angry. I don't want to.
Ain't no fucking way I would date anybody that's a friend of Super Scent because we all know Super Scent. She don't have a good picker when it comes to dating men. Sis, Super Scent, y'all know what we talking about? And y'all say, well, that's Super Scent's homeboy. Girl, if you don't run, Drew, let me tell you something. So Portia was like, no, he a good man, Savannah. He sat on the phone with you for 3 hours. No, ma'am, Portia. See, y'all be hyping each other up. No, ma'am. That's not a good thing for a man to sit on a phone with you for 3 hours. That's very telling, Portia, because here's the thing, y'all. That means he got a bunch of time to do absolutely nothing. Name me one man. I don't know any successful man. Name me one that has 3 damn hours to sit on a phone and kiki with a group of women. I'll wait. Run them down. Run them down. Run down the names. Maybe I'm being unfair. Name one. I'll wait. One successful man that's out here getting it. Hell nah, he ain't got no long pockets. He ain't got no long pockets. Name me one. Trey out here. Trey, listen. I tell you what, y'all couldn't come up with one. I tell you what. Give me the name of a blue collar man that has 3 hours to sit on the phone in a Zoom with a group of women. Name me one, since y'all couldn't come up with a successful one. And if you do know one, let me say this. Let me say this. I would be very leery of a heterosexual straight man that surrounds himself with successful women because that seems like an opportunist to me. Hold on, and I'm gonna talk my shit tonight because how come you're not hanging out with the boys? If your pocket's that long and you really out here doing your thing, how come you're not with the boys? It seemed like he trying to catch him a rich woman. You tried Super Sim for whatever reason. Y'all just ended up being friends. Now you got Drew, but K. Michelle said you came through her inbox. This is a sassy boy. This is an opportunist. This is a Todd Tucker. This is a Ralph Pittman. This is a Martell Holt. Who else is it? Trying to come up. Trying to catch himself a rich woman so he can stay at home and be lazy. K. Michelle said he came to her. This man is looking for a sponsor. And Drew, you gotta watch it. Drew really has to be careful because I'm noticing what's happening. Y'all ain't picking up what I'm putting down. But watch this. Subconsciously, Drew, you keep picking the same prototype. You picking the same type of nigga every time. Watch this. And this is why I say that. Ralph was looking for a sponsor. And he found that by way of you because he took 50% of all of your earnings, if what you say is true. So here you go, going on a date with a man who thinks it's cool to come into a freaking restaurant with a leather jacket on with no shirt underneath. Girl, that is a gigolo. This is a different version of Ralph. This is a broke down version of Ralph. That's it. That's all. Ralph is just more of a polished gigolo. Didn't you say that Ralph was trying to date that politician's daughter in the church? You see what I'm saying? Niggas that's looking for a come up. Let me get with the politician's daughter so I can stay at home. Let me get with Super Cent. Oh, Super Cent don't want me shit. Let me see what Drew talking about. Oh, well, let me try to spin the block on K Michelle. That's it. That's all. Drew is picking the same kind of guy, just wrapped up in a different package. Girl, you better be careful. Because when K Michelle said he tried to holler at her, and then you wanted to refute that instead of listening. And then you do be lying, Drew, because when K Michelle said he tried to holler at me, Drew said, oh, y'all are friends. K Michelle said, I don't know him. I'm not friends with that man. You in your confessional said she was. Why Bravo rolled the tape back and caught Drew in a lie? Because Drew said, oh, she acknowledged him as a friend on the Zoom. So they went back and did a B-roll and played the Zoom. Girl, you was lying. She simply gave his ass a cordial hello, basic greeting. Hey, nice to see you on the phone. Drew, you got to get this spirit of embellishment up off of you. You got a spirit of embellishing. You got to get that up off of you. That's all I'm saying. You got to be very careful. Right now, you should not be dating nobody, to be honest with you. But I understand you doing the most to stay on the show, too. Now, I want to talk about Shamea. Why is Shamea being so trashy and ghetto? Why are you spraying your legs to act like you finna pee in a cup? Why is Gerald's wife acting like she's about to pee in a cup at the gas station? Why are you pretending to even mimic and act like that as a lady with a skirt on? A mother of a nice, traditional, cultured Kenyan African man. What is going on? Now, see, that's that bullshit that I be talking about. You are married to a whole millionaire. Act like it. And I wonder if Shamea, I said, damn, does she have guilt of making it? Survivor's guilt? Because I kind of feel like low key. Do y'all get what I'm talking about? Low key, you seem like you trying to sabotage any progression of success. Your success with your friendships with Portia, like the IVF stuff. It just, where are you going? Why are you behaving like you are just trashy? It's almost gotten to the point for me that it's uncomfortable to watch. We don't pee in cups around these pods. And now that I'm on it, let me say this to you, Bravo. And I bet Bravo's like, we don't give a damn. Them your people, not ours. The white girls ain't out here peeing in the cups. But okay. So Shamea and Kelly are the tackiest addition to the show, to the cast. Okay. And I feel like the way they tried to sabotage this trip for Cynthia, it pissed me off in real time. So they get to the mansion and it started. When did it start? I kind of feel like I caught a shady remark before they got to the mansion, but let's just talk about it. So they get to the mansion. Listen to this. We talking 25 acres. And it's funny to hear these ladies, in particular Kelly, complain about how long the ride is in Texas, how long it's taking to get to the house. That's when they started complaining on the bus. Do y'all not realize how large Texas is? How big Texas is? Girl, it's going to take a minute. You're about to head out to 25 acres. You can't just build that in Lenox Mall. You just can't put that next door to Magic City. You got to go out a little bit. See, that's how I know you hoes out here front. You ain't used to nothing. Because see, when you get that kind of money, you're not around everyday people. Y'all done pick it up. If you headed to a Dynasty, to a 25-acre mansion, you should expect. Be prepared for a long ride. We got to go out a little bit. We got to go out a little bit. That's all I'm saying. Why would you expect to be in a city with 25 acres? Yeah, you fronting, Kelly. You not used to, like Mama Joy said, accustomed to this type of lifestyle. Girl, quit talking because your slip is showing. Quit talking. So they arrived to this 25-acre mansion, y'all. And it's funny to hear them complain about what they used to, what they not used to. But anywho, this mansion is 25 acres. Come on now. We got 3 houses on the acres. We got a main house. We have 2 guest houses. One is a tiny house, one is a pool house. They got a barn. They have a driving range, and they have every amenity that you can think of. So why are we complaining again? Hold on. Why are we complaining again, ATL, Atlanta? Why are we Kelly, I saw your house. I'm sorry, I saw your townhouse. I'll wait. And every time you shoot your confessional from your townhouse, I can see the wall of the other house next door. Don't play with me. Roll the tape. You think I'm lying? Roll the tape. Watch her shoot her confessional from her living room and look through that window. You can reach out and touch that next house. So what are you accustomed to that Cynthia didn't give you? Huh? I'll wait. It damn sure ain't 25 acres. It damn sure ain't a pool house and a guest house. It damn sure ain't a driving range and a barn. Girl, if you don't quit playing with me on this TV, see, you can fool some of the people some of the time, but you can't fool all the people all the time. Nah, hold on, New York Fair. You say it wasn't clean. Wait a minute. We're going to get into it. So they pull up to this mansion, and baby, when I tell you it was laid out, we not gonna do Cynthia Bailey like that today. We not gonna act like Cynthia didn't roll out the red carpet. There's gonna be hiccups in every trip, but what you not gonna do is act like Cynthia put you in a homeless shelter. Not today. So why are we complaining again? So Kelly said that she wants something that's comparable to her everyday living. Girl, you would never touch 25 acres. You wouldn't. Show me 25 acres that you own, that you are used to and you touch every day. Why is Kelly complaining? Just enjoy the ride. I was like, enjoy the freaking trip. So when that lady opened up the doors to her mansion and they had that charcuterie spread, honey, I was sold. I was sold. So they got a main house and they call it Casa de Fe, 9,600, 5 bathrooms, 2 kitchens and a theater. Then they have a tiny house that's 1,200 square foot, 1 bedroom, 1 bath, 1 full-size kitchen. Da 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 da. Then they have a pool house, right? That's 2,500 square feet. That's a big house. That is just the pool house. 2 bedrooms, one and a half, 1.5 beds, 2 bathrooms, all of that. They got a fully stocked kitchen, snacks, beverages, perfect for 2 best friends. So then it came time to hand out the rooms. Cynthia, being an OG, understood the assignment. She said, I ain't got time. This is going to take all day if I let them choose their rooms. What I'm going to do, I'm going to hand y'all these damn rooms. Y'all not going to play with me. I'm going to cut this shit down so we can get more camera time. I ain't got all day to be waiting for you to be crying about no damn room. This is what we going to do. She gave Pinky the tiny house. Listen, I would have took the tiny house too. It would not have bothered me to have my own house. She put Shamea and Kelly, hold on, in the pool house. Wait a minute. She put Shamea and Kelly in the pool house. Wait a minute. They was hot as fish grease. They were hot as fish grease. And I knew they were about to find a problem. So this is before they did the walkthrough. You could tell they didn't like the fact that they were going to be in their own house. They wanted to be in the main house. And then for the rest of the ladies, she said, listen, y'all go at it. Y'all get a moment to figure it out. And honey, they started to run for them rooms. You know, Portia's a professional when it comes to picking her room. She's fast. Her booty is big, but she's fast. Portia got her room. K. Michelle got her room. Everybody ended up with a room that they really liked. So I was like, okay, cool, right? Production, you did your big one. I like how production followed the ladies into their rooms and gave us a little bit of an aspect that we've never seen before with just them in the room without everybody else. I thought that was brilliant and I loved it. So, as far as being in the main house, all of the ladies were happy with their selection. Now we're talking about shots fired. Kelly is a sneaky little devil. And let me tell you why I say that. Kelly decided that shit was gonna go awry after she saw her room. She went off. She didn't like the room. She said it was a stain on the bed. They kept saying the house was dirty. And she called Portia and Phaedra. She said frick and frack is whack. It was a lot going on. And at this point, I said, these newbies are hell bent on ruining this for Cynthia. I don't give a damn about the room because that can be fixed. It's the principality of it, Smokey. This is a big deal for Cynthia. Shamea at this point. So now Kelly and Shamea are boring, but they've already made a back deal, what is it called? A behind the scenes deal. That's what y'all not picking up on with K Michelle to split away from the larger group. Y'all don't know it yet. But if you go back and watch the episode with a different pair of eyes, it's right in front of you. Watch this. Shamea gets on the phone with her husband. She attempts to have this fake ass scene with her husband. He's not having it. He gets off the phone. They're complaining. Y'all, it was doable. Let me tell you what was not doable. The Real Housewives of Potomac, when they was in that house with no water. It was doable. I'm sure there was cleaning supplies on site. And is it ideal for you to clean your bathroom or spray it down? No, it's not. But guess what? At that point, I would have made it work until the maids were able to come over. Okay. So, because you're not paying for it, it's not your Airbnb, it's not your credit card. So, it's no loss when you're in. A slight inconvenience, yes. But it's definitely work. You can work around it. So, Shamea tries to get her husband on camera to talk shit about the house. But that man was not having it. And I'm going to say this to you, Shamea. I hate to say it, but your husband is damn near checked out when it comes to this. And you're going to have to choose whether you want to be on this show or you want to be married. I don't think you can have them both because he got off the phone with the quickness with you. Let me call you right back. And you know, when they say when black people say, let me call you back, you may as well move on with your life. Your husband is slowly disconnecting from you on camera. And I know y'all keep saying, oh, he just don't want to be on the show. I think it's a little bit deeper than that. I beg to differ. I do. I think the more time you spend away from him, the easier it is for him to have you away. Be careful with that. I'm going to leave that right there. I'm going to leave that right there. And I don't appreciate the route. This is where I start to get pissed off because I said, I don't appreciate the route that Shamea and Kelly are trying to take regarding Cynthia's trip because the things that they have concerns about, it's fixable, y'all. Quit acting like you go to these mansions all the time. It's fixable. They can fix it. But to try to shut down production and drive a wedge when you know Cynthia has no ill intent. Now, if Portia would have gave you that room, or if who else? Angela would have gave you that room, then yeah. Cynthia has no ill intent against the two of you to purposely put you in a room that's not clean. It's the principality of it. It's giving her the benefit of the doubt. That's inexcusable behavior to me. And this is where I'm about to put on my goody two shoes hat. I didn't like it. I felt like it was low brow. And you know what? I felt like you bitches should have stayed at home if you was going to act like this. Because this episode is way bigger than your fucking room. This is a big deal for another black woman that's about to secure the bag. Nah, for real. For real. Y'all keep saying, oh, I hate when black women show up. Well, they are showing up trying to sabotage something. That's good. So Pinky showed up to dinner in a blue usher board outfit, looking like the mother, the head usher, the mother. I said, come on, Pinky. The head usher. Did I lie? Yeah, I need all three of them to go today. Bye. Kay, you can go too. Shamea, you can go. Kelly, you can go. Because when you choose to skip filming because you didn't get the right makeup artist, K. Michelle, you pissed me off too. You need to go. It's not like glam wasn't available. You wanted what you want when you want it, then you should have paid for your glam to fly in. But to compromise filming because you don't know how to do your hair and you don't know how to powder your nose, girl, F you. No, I'm dead ass serious. You should have flew in your makeup artist, your glam squad, if it was that important to you. And K. Michelle, I'm gonna say this. I don't think you're ready for this level of production. That's why y'all was saying K. Michelle can stay. No, she can't. You're not ready for this level of production. And the fact that you was willing to shut it down over some makeup. Girl, you can't do that to us. Not to us. Bravaholics. Not to us, Real Housewives of Atlanta fans. Girl, you would get cussed smooth the hell out. She was being cranky, but stay your cranky ass at home. Ain't nobody got time to be dealing with nobody with severe mood swings. It's not a good look. You gonna screw up the dynamics of the group. I don't like all that mean girl shit. Get your undiagnosed behind off the screen. If your mood swings are that severe, no, y'all, that is not good for TV. We don't want nobody walking on eggshells around you. But what you can't do, because the Bravo girls, they know how to navigate issues on this show. They've done it for a number of years. That's what we are accustomed to. But what you can't do is refuse to film because you're not happy with the dirty room or unclean room. What you can't do is refuse to film because you didn't get the right makeup artist. All of them looked good enough to come to dinner. All of them had the right clothes on the aircraft to come to dinner. And they could have kept on what they were wearing. So what are we really doing here? You purposely trying to do something. You thought that this show was going to go epically viral. The newbies versus the OGs. And you fell flat on your face, if you ask me. I kind of feel like if you're not going to show up and do your job, you need to go. Cynthia was right. If you don't like it, take your ass home at this point. And at this point, we didn't know that they had talked to Cynthia because Pinky was doing a lot of talking. And they were talking to Angela, but we didn't know. So I was like, at this point, they was just talking crap. And to the audience, they hadn't even talked to Cynthia. They were just, it made it seem like they was talking behind her back, right? And I keep feeling like, why you keep talking about it? Why you telling everybody? Why you trying to divide and conquer? But I like how Portia got on board for Cynthia and came in with positivity and overrode Pinky. It was like, but you did a beautiful job. We're not going to make this about no hiccup about a room that you did not do on purpose. You said you're going to fix it. We're going to let you fix it. I don't like how Pinky Cole tried to, in my opinion, raw dog this scene and completely take over. Bitch, you are not the hostess. You are not the hostess. Your job is to say less, behave like a guest, and let Cynthia take the lead and take control of how she wants to handle this. Cynthia ain't no big loud mouth. She's a solutioner. She heard you the fucking first time. You ain't got to keep saying the shit. Sit down, eat your sea bass, eat your food, and let the hostess. She got it. I'm sure she's made the right calls. But you got to think about it. By the time they start having dinner, it was well after 9. Because when Cynthia let them pick their rooms, it was like 7:30. So you're not going to get no maids out in the middle of nowhere. 25 acres on a dresser. Yes, sir. They're going to come in the morning. They're not going to fix it tonight. Use common sense. Nobody's about to dispatch a cleaning crew 9, 10 p.m. at night because you got some girls from Atlanta that want to make a scene. I love how Cynthia took control. She said, listen, let me tell you something. They rolled the cameras. And finally, we saw that Shamea and Kelly had made a call to Cynthia. She apologized. She said she was going to handle it. That shit should have been done right then and there. You don't have to keep gossiping about it. You don't have to tell everybody about it to try to make her look bad, right? So at dinner, they said, Kelly and Shamea aren't going to come to dinner. They're upset about their room. And K. Michelle's not coming to dinner either because she's upset about her makeup. Y'all don't see that this is intentional? Because how would K. Michelle know that they're not coming to dinner? How would K. Michelle end up showing up to the other house to hang out with them and bring drinks and snacks? And they shoot their own scenes by the pool. And they choose not to opt into Cynthia's dinner, her beautiful dinner, beautifully decorated, personal chef. I don't like that. I don't like negativity like that. I don't. So I got to thinking about it. I said, wait a minute. These girls are really trying to be the new leading lady of the Real Housewives of Atlanta. And you could never. So Kelly tries to have her moment and breaks down at the pool where she's talking about her ex-husband not letting her little girls film. Boo Boo, you should have thought it. Listen, Boo Boo Kitty, you should have thought about that before you badmouth him on your first 2 years on the show. You talk shit about that man. You don't think you know who you married? You thought that man was going to let you talk about him and not say nothing? You thought that man was going to just sign them papers and let them twin girls film and you get to say whatever you want to say about him? You drew first blood. You should have thought about that before you trashed him on the show. You said and did whatever you wanted to about that man. And it just, I don't know. You should have just been quiet. And her take is now he's exposing my kids to something they would have known about. No, ma'am. You're a liar. You mentioned it first on the show. Now he's being petty, of course. But you drew first blood. And Shamea, I'm going to say something. I went through your social media. Every time you and Gerald take a trip, you bring Kelly and her kids. You better be careful. Didn't Portia say Kelly liked to fuck all married African men? You better be careful. You ain't got no business bringing Kelly. And listen, I don't care. You ain't got no business bringing Kelly on your family trips with your. These hoes ain't loyal in Atlanta. Portia told you she was laid up in that hotel allegedly with that married man while that man was talking on the phone with his wife. You can oop and let her in and slide and get next to Gerald if you want to. But we don't want to hear shit about it if she backdoor your ass 3-4 years from now. We don't want to hear nothing about it. Kelly slicker than grease. I showed it. I went through her social media. Why is Kelly on your freaking family trips? Girl, all right. All right. Disproportionate all. What Drew say? You don't F around and find out. Don't think because you snatched to the gods that something like that can't sneak in, especially when you put it in front of him like that. And I'm not saying Gerald is that kind of guy, right? But ain't no fucking way she would be. I don't know. This is a new generation to me. When you get your man, then we can do family trips. But until then, we'll keep our thing to girls' night and happy hour and play dates. Because let me tell you something. You see Kelly ain't turning down the trips. You see Kelly ain't turning down the trips. I went through the social media. I was being nosy. Because a woman of class and sophistication, even if she is single, even if she is divorced, say, nah, you know what? You go ahead. Girl, I'm not going to be a third wheel. Me and my kids with you and your husband. Yeah. You think Kelly coming on them trips because she love you so much? Girl, you a damn fool. You a damn fool. You say, where they go? It's on her page. Go on and go look before she take you down. I don't know where they went. I see them standing outside on them trips. But don't ever think, because a friend that truly love you going to say, nah, you go ahead and have your time with your man and your kids. Girl, that's so thankful. Thank you. I appreciate y'all for offering, but nah, we good. A real friend. A real friend. How many of you, and maybe I'm off, how many of you newly friends with a married woman, married to a millionaire, would go on family vacations with them? Let me see. I need to see what we got in this chat. Portia ain't never went on no family trip with them. Well, first of all, Portia got her own money. But I know, regardless of Kelly, I'm asking y'all, how many of y'all would go? Pack your kids up. Stand outside, wait for the bus to come get y'all. Here they go, kids. The bus is here. Come on, girls. Hell no. I got too much pride. Even if I wanted to. No, thank you. Y'all go right ahead. Me and my kids looking at you and your husband and your kids while no. Me asking your husband, do you mind? Can you push my kids on the swing too? No. I got too much pride about myself. I wouldn't do it. I think it's inappropriate. And I'm not even talking from a sexual aspect. They not that good of friends yet for Kelly to be joining them on family vacations. Y'all, I'm telling you, if it go bad, it's going to go bad. Real bad. That's all I'm saying. So you better be careful with this inseparable thing that you have with Kelly. Because, girl, you may be Kelly seemed like she trying to destiny swap with somebody. She may have a monitoring spirit. Kelly may be trying to get in and take up space in some African man's house. That's all I'm saying. She a nasty little girl behind the scenes, allegedly. That's all. All right. So, yeah, Pinky came to dinner windmilling for Shamea and Kelly. Pinky tried to raw dog that scene and got her ass handed to her. Trying to take over, instruct, inform, educate Cynthia on what was going on. That's you know what's so freaking crazy about bitches that talk too much? You think you know everything. Because what you didn't know, Panky, is that they had already talked to Cynthia. And the energy they gave wasn't what you was given. And I like how Cynthia put her ass in her place in the most beautiful way. Cynthia basically said, shut your mouth. They did a B-roll. Cynthia said, it's funny to me that the way what you're saying they're feeling is not the energy they gave me on the phone when they called me. She said, oh, they did? Yeah, they did. It seemed like you putting a little stank on it. You coming with something extra. You real hostile. And she was like, oh, yeah, I've talked to them. I've addressed it. You don't have to come to my dinner and try to make a scene as if you standing on business for the fucking cameras. Because you can get this work from 50 Cent. You knew. I'm true. I'm trying to let you make it because you are new. That's all. So I feel like it was tacky for the ladies to not support Cynthia in the moment that she needed them the most, right? Because Cynthia, y'all, this is a huge deal for Cynthia to put this group trip together for the ladies. Because see, I would have left their asses in Atlanta. Because what they proved to me is y'all belong in Atlanta. Y'all ain't good nowhere else but in Atlanta at the Slutty Vegan. Because when we get down to Texas and we expose you to 25 acres and a mansion, you done lost your damn mind over a minor inconvenience. Because what this dinner was really about, it's a tasting for the upcoming gala that Cynthia is going to be hosting the next night. She just needed y'all to taste the tequila and come in. And I don't like that, y'all. This is, if you really understand what this is about, that was some effed up shit what they did to Cynthia. She needs y'all's feedback about the product. And them hoes refuse to sit there and participate. When Cynthia showed up for you to give out those book bags for those community engagement that you had, y'all are trying to sabotage what she got going on. And Shamea, I know you trying to sabotage it because you over there trying to put your toe in the rum industry with a booty mole on your bottle to represent your butt. So I know you jealous. She invited them to be her backup and to be her support before she goes to market. And if you can't be on your best behavior in a group setting like this, then you should have stayed home. I don't care what's going on with your room. For real, for real. If you can't show up as your best self to a woman that's opening up her life, see, ain't none of them got no relationships with nobody in Beverly Hills. Ain't nobody in Beverly Hills checking for nobody on the Real Housewives of Atlanta. Let's be very clear. So she's trying to expose y'all to something that y'all don't have access to. Just putting you in a room with something. You really finna shit on her behind a stain? I don't care what's going on. And Cynthia showed up like the OG that she is. She did not allow these childish ass women to interrupt anything that she had going on. Her train was moving with or without them. I love how she remained gracious as a hostess and she continued hosting her event. You see, she didn't get up. Anybody else would have lost their when they say K. Michelle ain't coming. So, and who's K. Michelle? Real Housewives of Atlanta been here before K. Michelle. Is gonna be here after K. Michelle. Don't nobody give a damn because K. Michelle don't want to come eat. Let K. Michelle stay her ass over there with her bottle of Jack Daniels. I love how Cynthia then jump up and kiss their ass. I love how Cynthia didn't allow them to pull her out of her greatness. This is her motherfucking moment. Excuse my language. This is her moment. It's party in the chat, y'all. Listen. This is her moment, not yours. Bye, Pinky. Because you stand out like a sore thumb. Bye, Pinky. And you was being real messy. And you was being really aggressive. It was uncalled for. You was being, what was she being? Antagonistic for no reason. You was really doing the most, and you thought them girls was finna let you sit there and pick on Cynthia Bailey. She tried to pick on the softest one, the most passive one, the politest one. Y'all didn't peep that? She was bringing all that energy to Cynthia. And I love how Cynthia redirected her. Because the only thing you should be worried about on this trip, like Cynthia said, is your accommodations, not nobody else's. Baby, come on. I was like, yes, let's go Real Housewives of Atlanta. Let's go Real Housewives of Atlanta. Cynthia, you better read this tennis ball for Filth. The only thing, because you are a guest. The only thing you should be worried about as a guest is your shit and that tiny house that I gave you. If you good with that, it's not your business what nobody else got going on. Take a back seat. You're not in charge. And for Cynthia Bailey to have to ask you to back off, Panky, you know you're doing too much. And I like how Angela came in and ran assistant to Cynthia and kind of reminded Pinky, are you okay? Are you Pinky? You keep saying you're gonna let it go. And they were saying she was hammering down. Cynthia said it's gonna be addressed, it's gonna be handled. I've talked to the girls. Yeah, but still, da 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 and da 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 da. Then girl, got love, girl, it's giving love and hip hop. This is so then Angela came in and was like, wait a minute. Are you okay? I'm good. It ain't giving good. It's giving bother. I would never be bothered by you, baby. Why did she say that? Why did she say that? When I tell you defensive, girl, you look like a fool. Let me run it down. Y'all, here it is. Here it is. I'm going to just play it for you. Let me refresh your memory, child. Hold on. Let me see if I got it. I have to have it. I may not. Hold on. Let me just start here. Nope, not that one. Okay, give me 1 second. Let me cover it up. Hold on. I got you. We finna run it down. Here we go. Huh. I bet you won't do that again. I bet you won't do that again. Here we go. All right. Let's go. OMFG reality TV.
Right in the store.
Yeah.
Phaedra around here telling people I eat meat.
I ain't never told nobody you ate no meat.
Yeah, you did.
No, I did not.
Then why would she be lying on you?
Well, she doesn't like me.
Okay, hold on, y'all. We're at my event.
Right.
No,
Not here. We're not doing that here.
We're not arguing. We're
Right. I know, but we're not doing that here.
Right.
What? Oh, you weren't there.
Yeah.
Okay, so what happened?
She had a
was-
vegan event.
Yes.
I'm gonna check on
So there's been around the rumor mill that Phaedra said that I eat meat.
You worried about me saying you eat meat? When
Actually, Kelly said you eat meat. Kelly said you threw down on a prime ribeye bone in.
the people are on the national news talking about you didn't pay your rent. I think your priorities are misplaced. Let it go, sister. Get delivered.
And then who was it said? Was it you?
Well, Angela
Somebody
told me it was Shamea. that told
Angela
you.
said it was Shamea because we went out when we went to her house.
And Shamea ended up lying because they rolled the tape and they confronted her. The producer said, hey, Shamea, Phaedra didn't say that. Oh, she didn't? No, she didn't. You knew Kelly said it.
Phaedra said she be eating meat.
Me and Shamea, we cool, but I would never even be that casual with her. I said, woo, child, Pinky eat meat. And I'm like,
Before she started this vegan stuff, that girl used to have a Jamaican restaurant
What?
serving meat, honey. She used to serve.
No way.
Phaedra said, serving meat. Pinky, you look like you can throw down on a ribeye. I love a good steak. But look, that ain't what I wanted y'all to see. This is the clip I wanted you to see.
I am a bad bitch.
Bad bitch that doesn't pay the bills.
Bitch, I should have bought your foreclosed houses.
Okay, Mr. Clean, don't do it Papa's birthday. Okay, Mr. Clean, don't do it Papa's birthday.
I am a bad bitch.
I need that full clip. When I tell you they read each other for filth, I need the full clip. And maybe it's a good thing that I'm not playing it because Bravo may be sensitive about us. Listen. Oh, Angela tore her ass up. Angela tore her up. All she asked her is, are you okay? Because you seem a little bit more bothered about this situation than they do. And Pinky upped the ante. At this point, she proceeded to go in, rolling her neck and doing all of this and that. I could never be bothered by someone like you. First of all, Angela wasn't even talking about herself. Baby, what you so defensive for? She was doing all of this unnecessarily. Listen. They went toe to toe. One of the most epic moments. And when I tell you, Angela, you did your big one. You really did. Listen, you whooped that trick. You whooped that trick with words. Never lost your cool. Listen, never lost your cool. Pinky was doing the most to make sure she got camera time. But before I get into all of that, this is what led up to it. Because Portia, baby, the OGs was rolling their asses up. Because Pinky came in with the wrong energy. I said, come on, Portia. There was a particular moment where Portia redirected the conversation. It was great production. Yes. This is where the road ended for Pinky. Them OGs set her ass, handled Pinky and did a reverse Uno because Pinky thought she was running the show and talking about this and this and that. And Portia said, you know what? Since you all up in my business and everybody else's business and worried about whose accommodations or what, are you and Phaedra good? Are y'all good since the last time y'all left out? Y'all left off with y'all's conversation? That's how they got back to the meat conversation. Now, look, Shamea gave us something good because I didn't know you can record stuff with your Apple Watch. She said Phaedra be recording people with her Apple Watch. I'm going to have to try that tomorrow. Just give it a test run. But anywho, Pinky's still up in arms because they are saying, the girls are saying that she eats meat. And Kelly says she caught Pinky eating a 24 ounce, prime ribeye. I said it earlier. Bone in. Pinky, you can't tell me you don't eat meat. I think you do eat meat. And it's okay if you eat meat. I think you do eat meat. I don't think Kelly's lying. I don't. I think you like medium rare steaks. But they caught Shamea in a lie. And that confessional, they caught her in a lie. So now she's saying she's going to apologize to Phaedra for lying on Phaedra because really it's Kelly the one that talked about me. But anywho, y'all, I just want to say this real quick before we get into the thick of it. This was a planned attack. Because if it was simply about the room being a little bit whatever, it wasn't up to par, right? That's fair. That's going to be corrected. But it's not going to be corrected at 9:30, 10 o'clock at night because they didn't even really get done with their rooms until 8. I think Glam got there at 8. So these women are eating late at night. There is nothing Cynthia Bailey can do this late at night that far out in Texas. But I'm sure first thing in the morning, the cleaning staff is going to be there. Watch this. This was a planned attack. I'm sure that Kelly, Shamea, and K. Michelle all got on the phone and decided that as the 3 newbies, they were going to film outside of the of the base group, right? They tried to pull that last year. And guess how we found out? Because Britt Eady, on Mad Day, when she left the show, Britt Eady told that they all had what do y'all call it? An alliance. That they all had made a pact that each of them would go after somebody. So to me, let me tell you what I think is going on. I think they're trying to rerun that play. But we need Cynthia's on the show because she handled that like a lady should, and she addressed their concerns, and she did it nicely at first. Now she's about to go in on the next episode. And I like how she set their asses up. When she walked over there, she said, how are y'all doing? Everybody good? Yeah, we good. Okay, so you're not happy with your room? No, we're not happy with our room. Is that your only concern? That is our only concern. Okay, cool. I'm going to fix it. I like how Cynthia protected the integrity of the woman. Watch this, class. She protected the integrity of the woman that owns the house because what those girls are doing is they're slamming a small business owner. You talking shit about this lady's house on this big ass network, saying that the lady put you in a dirty room. And that's why Cynthia's asked him, can you please stop using the word dirty? Because I did a walkthrough. And if I miss something, I'm going to correct it. Now, these are all women, Pinky, that says Phaedra tried to ruin your business by lying and saying you eat meat. When Kelly said, oh, yeah, you chow down on steak. And you said that can ruin my business, but you're not hesitating to try to ruin somebody else's business. That's all I'm saying. So Pinky did the absolute most for camera time and got her ass toe up on camera during camera time. Baby, you going about it the wrong way. I'm not even worried about the cast at this point. I'm talking about with the audience. You're going about it the wrong way. I've yet to get on any post where you and Angela went back and forth and people say, yay, Pinky, you won. Yay, Pinky, you did good. You got your ass handed to you and you try to come for her marriage. You try to come for her looks. And I like how Angela said you could never physically. And as a matter of fact, let's talk about why we're really here in this space together, bitch. Since I'm all kind of bitches and hoes, let's really talk about why you mad. You mad because you know you're not up to par physically. Listen, Angela whooped her. She said, let's talk about your insecurities physically. Because we really know as women why we get this energy. Because you can't. Even in your Sunday's best, you can't. That's why you really bothered and your insecurities are seeping out by way of aggressive behavior. Because why else would you ruin a perfectly beautiful dinner? That's supposed to be Cynthia's rollout to her partnership. That's why Angela said, what else is bothering you? You're bothered. She wasn't talking about, you know how that petty shit. What is bothering you that you can't let this go during this dinner? Girl, we supposed to be here having a good time. We supposed to be drinking this tequila. And then Pinky took it to a place that it should not have gone. They went low. When I tell you they went low, and Angela, I'm happy you went low with her ass. Ain't no turning the other cheek and being a lady and fuck that. When they come with that energy, wear their ass out. You get worked out wherever you show out. You showed out here in front of this camera on this 25-acre mansion. That's where you're going to get worked out. Angela read you for filth, boo-boo. Angela said, let's be honest, you're insecure. And since you're doubling down, let me step up. We can go physical. We can go dollar to dollar. Oh, it was good. We can go physical. We can go dollar to dollar. Dollar to dollar. You could talk about my dollars. You could talk what you want to do. Because every lady out this table outshines you. You know you don't belong here. And that's why you coming in with this dominant, aggressive ass energy. And then Pinky got to calling that lady all kind of bitches. Y'all, did you see that come out? So people can't say you eat steak, but you can sit there. You call that lady bitch at least 15 times. And you're not worried about that. You say you teach women how to be empowered. You put book bags and shit together for little kids. You think it's okay? And then when they were like, bitch, you were like, oh, it's a term of endear. But bitch, don't endear me. You don't know me. She don't know Angela. They don't have that type of relationship. Pinky Cole was out of order. Bravo. Put her back where you found her. If you don't get this woman off this television screen, you don't know that lady like that. And then that's when Pinky comes in and say, I'm a bad bitch. Girl. Where?
I am a bad bitch.
Bad bitch that doesn't pay her bills.
Bitch, I should have bought your foreclosed houses.
Okay, Mr. Clean, don't do it, Papa's birthday. Okay, Mr. Clean, don't do it, Papa's birthday.
I am a bad bitch.
Bad bitch.
Girl. I ain't listen. Girl. Hold on. Let me see if I got it. Let me see if I have it. I got it. Here we go. I got it. Pinky, you not ready. I think this is it.
Bad bitch.
Bad bitch that doesn't pay her bills. How many houses do
Bitch,
you have
you can
left?
never touch the money
She kept calling this lady bitch, 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 bitch. When I tell you that mask kept falling off, falling off, falling off, falling off.
that I've
I
never
can
touched in
throw
my
a
lifetime.
rock
bitch.
and hit 10
No,
people
no,
off.
you can't. Honey, multi-million-dollar business.
Multi-million-dollar
Bitch, you can't
bills.
hold- I have a lot of money. My husband is
I
paid.
know employees.
Okay, turn your fan on. You
I
sweating.
never
Turn your
cancel
fan on. You
Christmas
sweating.
for
You
my
sweating.
employees.
What are you talking about?
Baby, how you doing the
Cancel
giveaway and
Christmas.
you
What are
owe
you talking?
people?
What are you talking about?
You owe employees,
What
baby.
are you I don't owe no employees.
You sure about
At
that?
all. How much do you owe your foreclosers?
I don't owe them anything.
Period. Because Angela explained that in her confessional. She said the money I lost was my $2 million. The money you lost belonged to somebody else. We not the same.
It took them from you, baby.
You owe everybody from the people across
So
the
what?
street.
I owe you a new lace front.
Okay, Mr. Clean, don't do it, Papa Smurf.
Oh,
And I owe you some new veneers, okay? Because that overbite that you got going on
Girl,
right
not
there.
the
is
way your teeth commingle.
I know you ain't
The
got the-
incestuous teeth you got.
They
Don't
very
do that.
This is a duel, honey, and I'm not sure who is going to fall on the sword.
y'all, they just getting warmed up. Let's go.
Bitch, don't you got menopause?
No, I
Turn your
don't.
fan.
Talk to me when
Talk
you get your
when
business
privacy
back.
And people in the comment was saying, first of all, you not dragging nobody. When you start hitting a woman, talking about her age, it's a blessing for her to be that age. You better hope you live to be that long.
Bitch, I just want my
No,
business.
you didn't.
You better hope you live long enough to be that age. That's what I meant.
No, you didn't. Lies you tell.
You can kiss
No,
my
you
ass.
didn't.
Now, why would
I
you
am a
do
bad
that?
bitch.
Why would she stand up? Y'all got to go get the rest yourself because Bravo probably don't want me playing all this stuff. But she stood up and gave a back shot. Why would you do that? Here they go. Here go the second part.
I
Gonna
thought
say,
that I
I'm not
liked you.
broke. And I thought that I liked you too.
I don't
But
like
you
you.
too.
Let me
I
tell
don't
you.
gotta like you.
Let me tell you why I don't like you. Because you sat in front of my face and you just said something about the fact that I'm going through what I'm going through in my business.
You gotta give a.
You don't. You and that big
I
ass.
give a.
Your husband don't even like you. Talking about.
Oh, girl, your husband don't like you. Your husband sat down on a premiere episode and told you was a dominant woman and he had to humble the fuck out of you. Let's continue.
We don't have a living wage in the basement.
Oh, who is this woman in the basement? Oh my God. Listen, look at everybody.
What are you talking about?
Whoa.
Hold on, Angela. That lady may not know somebody in her basement. Angela.
You said a what? Who in the basement? Now we got a husband in the basement, but you got a wife in the basement? Angela at this point probably needs to mind her business because she probably got somebody in her
Shut up, Kelly.
basement too, but she just don't know about it.
I thought that
Baby, they said that man got a woman in that basement. They say that man got a Pinky while you over there as slutty vegan. They say your husband got a woman that be coming through the bottom. You know them houses in Atlanta big, y'all. That's all I'm gonna say. But look, let's get back to it, baby. When I tell you they read each other for filth and Pinky, you couldn't hang. You was calling that lady all kind of bees. Angela, you did your big one. You had that girl confused. You turned her every which way but loose. You did your big one. You look, she didn't know if she wanted to leave or stay, Angela. She stood up to go and sat back down to stay. She called you every name and you held your composure and still dog walked her ass. They say you put belt to ass. And then she tried to come for Angela and Angela's marriage. And Angela said, your husband got a woman in the basement. She said, what? Angela got her. Because you know why she said what? Because you ain't been down in that basement lately. You thought you heard something down there a few weeks ago, didn't you? And you thought it was the housekeeper. Yes, that man had moved a whole woman in the basement, allegedly. Oh my God. But I see exactly what's happening here. with these newbies. And all I'm going to say this, they got together, y'all, and they are trying to bring along the same plan that they had in Sweet 16, season 16. Britt Edie told y'all when she got mad, she said, we came together and we decided that we were going to divide, and we had made a truce, an alliance, that we were all going to stick together and go after them. I was coming after Kenya Moore. Kelly was supposed to go after Portia. No, Shamea was going after Portia. And you know, whatever. But I'm telling you what type of time they're on. They trying to conquer and divide. It's 4 of them. So you got Pinky, K. Michelle, Shamea, and Kelly. That's 4. Who else we got? Bravo. You got Angela, Drew, Portia, and who else? Who else we got? Angela, Drew, Portia. That's 3. Did I miss anybody? Cynthia. That's 4. Cynthia kind of don't count because she's a friend of the show. I need you to flip the script, Bravo. I need Cynthia back real time. Real time. Because what Cynthia did with this episode is truly reflective of the Real Housewives of Atlanta. That is an OG. Bring her back full time. And then I need you, somebody, we got Portia that can stand next to Cynthia. Portia's trying to hold back because Portia's been in trouble before for whooping hoes on the show. So she's trying to play nice. Give me Kenya Moore. Give me Kenya Moore. Because Pinky would have folded after Kenya was done with her. Throw Kenya Moore in there. Shake some things up. Because I want to see Kenya Moore and K. Michelle. Should K. Michelle step out of line? K. Michelle, I don't like what you did with production. You refuse to sit down. You refuse to partake. Now, you're going to show up and do right the next day, but I still don't like how you showed up. And this is this new girl energy, yada, yada, yada. They're trying to stick together. We can do ABC. We can come up. We all knew if we just work together, y'all. I'm telling you what they're doing. I can see it coming a mile away, but let me just tell y'all something. It's not going to happen. I'm talking about the audience, people like us that are tuned in. We're not going to let it happen, period. They got Phaedra. Phaedra, she ain't really bringing it. She too safe. We need some heavy hitters. We need some heavy hitters on the OG side. Cynthia step up when she needs to, but she's not always in the headspace. Angela is ready on go. We need Kenya Moore ready on go. We need 2 strong, dominant OGs. Okay. So whatever y'all got cooking, Shamea, Kelly, K. Michelle, and Pinky, we're not going to let it happen as the primary audience. So you're embarrassing yourself, Shamea. You're embarrassing yourself, K. Michelle, in this episode. You're embarrassing yourself, Kelly. This is not your show. This is our show. Pinky, you're embarrassing yourself. And Pinky, let me tell you something. I bet you won't again. I bet you think twice again. Because you managed to embarrass yourself on national television. Girl, you thought you ran up on something and got sent back to where you came from. You got read for filth with the fight that you started. Angela handed your ass to you. And I'm talking a vegan version. Angela handed your ass. Now, I don't want to see Claudia at all. She handed your ass. Come on. Did you really say Claudia? I like Claudia. But did you just say throw Claudia in there? Absolutely not. Sorry, Claudia. I like Claudia over there with Carlo. We got to bring out our best shot. We need Kenya Moore. We need, listen, because, Kenya's in her 50s, but she can do it. And Pinky seemed to want to come for the age. Pinky, you the worst one. You can't come for these women. Angela say, come back to me when you get your business. But what she wanted to say is when you get yourself together and you quit eating all them carbs and come on back. See, Pinky, you not ready at all. At all. Pinky got a whole earpiece on her ear. But we don't want no Claudia Jordan. Angela did her thing, but we need somebody that can step in when to let Angela rest, and Angela can let them rest, but somebody that can keep the pace going. But overall, this is my recap. This is what I got for the Real Housewives of Atlanta season 17. Let me see what y'all talking about in the chat. We don't need no Mary. Y'all, we don't need the Mary. Okay, look, Cece, I'm gonna put you in time. We don't need no damn Mary from Salt Lake City on the real. She couldn't handle it if she wanted to on the Real Housewives of Atlanta. You like the earpiece, girl? That is not it, girl. That is soulful country. How old is Pinky? Y'all say she younger than who? If you in your 40s, you shouldn't be coming. First of all, I don't know. I don't understand why anybody think that it's a flex to clown somebody about their age. As easy as it is for people to catch something out here, cancer, and be dropping like flies, it is a blessing to age. It is a blessing to see the light of day. I don't understand these young. Who 39? Hell no, we don't want no damn Brooke Valentine. I don't want not another new face. Y'all, Pinky got a whole part going to the back of her head, just like them tennis balls that Phaedra was talking about. No, I don't want not another newbie. We good. If you gonna bring anything, no, I don't want no loose. See, I'm finna end alive. I'm finna end alive. Mm-mm. See, I didn't say you was country. I said it was country. It's soulful. See, take yourself out that equation. It is soulful. Uh, Eva wouldn't be my first pick. I told y'all we need some heavy hitters. We need King. I don't want no more. Eva is kind of new. We need to reach way back in our box of tricks. First Ebenezer. I would have said Nene, but Andy made it clear. He said no Nene. He made it very clear. I wish I can find it. Y'all think I'm lying. I swear I saw it. He ain't here for Nene. Nene messed up. When Nene sued them people, she should have let that go. She really should have. Because that didn't fare out too well for her. Because somebody said Andy was trying to downplay Nene's return to the Ultimate Girls Trip. And I told y'all, I said, I was the first one to report. Everybody's like, Nene's coming back to Bravo. I said, no, read what Andy is saying. And what Andy said is she will be making a small cameo. And when I deciphered that, everybody was like, oh, okay. Nene will be making a small appearance. Yes. You can't sue a corporation and accuse them of the unthinkable, whether it's true or not, and get a job. Show me where you can call them a bunch of racists and think you got a job. And some people say, well, it's baby steps. Y'all, it ain't going to happen. It's not going to happen. It's not good for business because they open up the door for more lawsuits. Sheree. If you had to choose between Sheree and Kenya, who would you take? No, we don't want to see Quad. I don't want Quad on the Real Housewives. I don't at all. This is for wives. Leave Quad on Married to Medicine. We not bringing nobody over from any other franchises. All right, we're going to go with Kenya. Marlo got too many traumas and issues that she hasn't worked through. Too many insecurities. She got too many insecurities. Y'all say Pinky too ghetto? Listen. I had no idea Pinky was that damn ghetto. Pinky, I had no idea until she couldn't read without calling that lady bitch, 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 bitch. It was horrible. And I was like, get her ass out of here. Get her out of here. Let me see if I can find this thing that I thought I saved about Andy Cohen. Hold on. I thought I had it. I guess I don't. Where he talked about the Nene Leakes situation recently. I should have saved it. But look, so Pinky, I cannot believe you tried to come for. Here go K Michelle. Here she go with her BS. I got some more stuff for y'all. Hold on. Give me 1 second. Let me pull up all my receipts. But Andy likes Pinky. Let's take a look. And let me see. Andy likes Pinky, y'all. Hold on. Andy says Pinky is a real housewife. Let's take a look.
Pinky, how's life as a housewife been for you so far?
You know, it is the same.
Yeah.
I was super popular before Housewives. I've been that girl before this. That's what.
This girl is always trying to prove that she's that girl. I don't think you are. Look, I'm for real. I'm dead ass. I don't think you are. Let me tell you why. You kept saying you that girl. But the first time an attractive man showed you attention, you got pregnant by him as a millionaire in the first 90 days. Millionaires don't make them kind of moves. Millionaires don't move like that. She's very insecure. She's extremely insecure. She's always, I got assets, I got money, I got my man. But the first time, for once in your life, this guy showed you attention. And you lost your fucking mind and got pregnant in the first 90 days. And you continue to have children. Did y'all know Pinky's a newlywed? She's only been married, I think, 2 years. You got pregnant 3 times. You not that girl. And getting pregnant that quick by a nigga you don't know in 90 days is not a long time. Back to back to back. You not that girl. It ain't even about the money. It's the mindset. It's the mindset. You say she jumped in his DM. You're the aggressor. You hunted him. It ain't even the money. It's the mindset, because we know it ain't the money, because she can't keep the money. She loses. That's why I said it's a fucked up mindset she got. You not that girl.
It's the same. Life is life.
Ladies and gentlemen, that is called a real housewife. Pinky, how's life?
Okay. I don't know, because Andy might get rid of you, because he damn sure got rid of Kay. Not Kay. What's the girl name? Angel and Kiarna. But let's take a look at K Michelle, because she out here doing the most, y'all. She cursing out Bravo fans. So K Michelle done told somebody to shut the F up. I'm literally so annoyed and sick of y'all ass. She talking about y'all. She's talking about these Bravoholics, these Bravo fans. Girl, you on our shit now. She said, y'all sit around and talk all day. We do. Girl, we do. And we gonna keep sitting around and talk. Girl, welcome. This ain't no freaking love and hip-hop crowd. Girl, we sold out. When I tell you we are married to these shows, girl, you may not want to come back if you can't handle this, because we do sit around and talk all day. K Michelle said that's all we do is run our damn mouth. Hold on. We do, girl. You wanted this. You said this was a blessing for you. You better act like it. You better come on and get this blessing. You better be careful what you pray for. Girl, you said this was your blessing. Come on, feet, don't fail me now. Y'all ready? She said, y'all sit around. Shut the F up. All y'all do is sit around and talk all day. I'm done with the shenanigans. I'm not an OG. I don't give a F. I am K Michelle. I will speak as I want, tweet as I want, and marry who the F I want. I've been through hell with this man. None of you will validate what we are. I said what I said. Now hold up, Michelle. You moving into my damn territory. And somebody came back, a man. He said, and that's that love and hip hop flavor I just knew you would bring. Bring Kenya back right motherfucking now. That's what he said at Bravo. Now look, all he's saying is, I like it. Kenya will compliment you. Here come K. Michelle. Is that supposed to be an insult? Because that one's played out also. That show gave me my opportunity and I'll always respect it. Funny how y'all racist towards your own people. You can cut the shit over with me. Through every mean attacking tweet you send, I see right through it with compassion. It's obvious, everyone here, you don't like yourself, or maybe your mother doesn't like you. But either way, I love me. Girl, you don't like your son. You're fighting with your son because he wanted to dash. Come on now. But either way, it's a part of my story. Have a blessed whatever she's saying. But girl, you're not even talking to your own son. How you gonna shots fire somebody else and say they mama don't like them when people are telling your son, your mama don't like you? Okay, Michelle, I don't know. You said who husband? I don't know. Let me say this to K. Michelle. Okay, when I think about Pinky, K. Michelle, Pinky's been married 2 years. And Pinky, first of all, let me ask y'all this real quick, and I'm going to get out of here. Why do y'all say Pinky's husband is worth $100 million? I call bullshit. I said that's a lie from the pits of hell. That is not no $100 million guy. That's BS. Y'all letting these people play around in y'all faces on national television. It's giving scam likely. He may have a little whatever. What's the name of the sandwich place? Dave's Cheesesteaks. That ain't no $100 million guy. So y'all telling me he's worth more than Megan Thee Stallion? She's $30-40 million. You telling me he's up there with Klay Thompson now? That he's worth that much? Y'all lying. Y'all lying. Megan Thee Stallion is worth 30 to 40. So he up there with Beyonce them. Alicia. Come on, y'all. Y'all just be saying he $100 million. No, he ain't. That ain't no $100 million Negro. And I'm going to say something. And if he was, he damn sure wouldn't be with Pinky Cole. What you mean? Y'all crazy if you don't understand how men work. You got Klay Thompson out here worth $140 million cheating on Meg Thee Stallion. If y'all don't get y'all shit together and start doing your research. What you mean, Queen? Exactly what I said. That ain't no damn $100 million man. You see how they out here acting. What you mean, Queen Shiba? You see how these $100 million men are acting. The Jay-Z's of them all, cheating on Beyonce, cheating on Meg Thee Stallion. You hear my dog? Even my dog agree. Nika said that's $100 man. And I'm not knocking a man, but he got $100 million. No, he don't. Because trust me, you would know. He ain't got no $100 million. Do you have no kids in the chat? Why are you asking me that? Research. Faith said research. Thank you, Valerie. Thank you, Valerie. I just be sitting back. I was like, child, let me, because at first you hate. No, I'm not. But these people get on these reality shows and lie from head to toe, and then we get to finding out everything. They got warrants out for their arrest. They get picked up off the bus on their way to a trip. They've been scamming old folks. Trey, how you know? Now take out all of the earnings. How many of y'all out here eating cheesesteaks with cheese and hoagie buns? You said, thank you. I was like, he worked. Ooh, who was it? Kelly said, you better see. Kelly was being funny. Y'all didn't catch it. Y'all don't know satire. Y'all don't know satire and sarcasm when you see it. Kelly wasn't being honest. She was being funny when she said, girl, you better go get that $100 million man. Girl, you got a rich man. She was being funny. It's called comedy. You had a cheesesteak yesterday? Well, I'll be damn. I be damn. I'm just saying. But Pinky lying. Pinky is lying. Y'all can believe what you want to believe. Let me see. Who else was $100 million? Didn't Angel tell y'all? What's that girl name? Angel. Didn't Angel tell y'all she had all of this and that and didn't even know the directions to her own business? Okay, see, y'all believe anything. Rude girl say cheesesteaks with extra meat and cheese. Oh, yeah. They gonna say what they need to do to stay on this show. They all do it. White, black, yellow, brown. Hell, we see them all run into trouble. The loudest ones about what they got end up being the most fraudulent. Yeah, you say, where's his cheesesteaks? Let me look it up. What's his name? Hold on. Give me 1 second. Now, I'm happy she got a man, but it ain't $100 man. Like, my thing is, like Angel them came on there. Oh, this is the investor. Y'all remember on the Real Housewives of Potomac last season? And they had all them black men sitting around and she tried to flex. This is Bobby's top client. This is one of the biggest investors here in Colorado. Oh, if you leading with that, I know you lying. I know you lying. Money don't act like that. Jerome, listen, hold on. Let me pull it up. I'm gonna just look at Big Dave's cheesesteak. Big Dave's cheesesteaks. Let's see who the owner is. So you can get a cheesesteak available in 6, 9, or 18 inches. They featuring Halil steak, chicken, or salmon. He has one store. And he started, and we're not knocking it, right? He started off as it started off as a gas station kiosk in Georgia. Well, they say he has multi-locations, but y'all, this is not verifiable because the source is Instagram. See, listen, when it says about us, I can write anything I want. So there's no verifiable sources. That's all I'm trying to tell y'all. When you go, you can Google it. Do you understand how it works? How SEO, search engine optimization works? That I can type in keywords to make sure that when you look for something, that it says this or says that. Okay, so if you haven't heard of it, it's because you're not from the city he in. Exactly. So it ain't $100 million. Because I'm not from the city of Subway, but I know what Subway is. I'm not from the city of Popeyes, but I love that chicken from Popeyes. But I love that chicken from Popeyes. So I you see how that works? It ain't no way. You running $100 million operation. And little old me in Texas don't know what it is. No, once you get to that level, I may not eat it, but I see them all around. I may not like it, but I see it. I don't go to McDonald's, but I know what it is. You get what I'm saying? Yeah, ain't no way. And we're not hating on them, but I'm telling you, Pinky, be careful. Be careful with all that lying, because it'll come back to bite you in the butt. Just tell the truth. You can grow into your role on this show. And look at the damn cheat. See, hold on. This is not $100 million. See, y'all believe anything. Y'all want to see it? Here we go. Let me show you. Watch this. Hold on. This is the photos. This is this man's website. Y'all gonna quit playing with me. This is the man's website. Oh, y'all can't see it. All right, Lord, you probably trying to tell me something. Hold on. Here you go. This the website. Quit playing. This is his best photo of his product. And I'm a product developer by day, YouTuber by night. Ain't no way I would have let him put this up here. Look at this. This is the best photo. That's the cheese that come out the wrapper. Quit playing with me. These are not professional photos. This is not $100 million man. I'm not knocking it. But if you tell the truth and if you work from where you at and work with what you got, we cool with it. We gonna root for you. But when you come in here lying, my man, he gonna give me $5 million. No, he ain't. No, he ain't. Quit lying. And y'all know that cheese that come out the package, the placket. Look at this. Hold on. These are this man's photos. This is the presentation. So you put your food, you didn't even hire a food photographer. Ain't nobody buying these that much. This is not $100 million brand, y'all. Y'all sitting here lying. Listen. These are his photos. So when you go and you get what you gonna order, he put that down on a piece of parchment paper. And I'm not knocking him, but Pinky, we are very, very educated, sophisticated audience. We wouldn't give a damn if he was worth $100 or $100 million. Tell the truth and we got you. Tell the truth and we got you. But when you come here, my assets, and I'm this, and you can never cash upon cash upon cash. How come you didn't help him with these photos? That's the most basic thing. You know damn well it don't taste good, Aisha. Come on, maybe it tastes good. You got to get me to want it first before I can see if it tastes good. Look at that. Look at that. That's a salmon cheesesteak. The lighting is wrong. Hold on, let me try to adjust it. Is that better? Listen. Now let's get to that's a salmon. That's horrible. Where the cheesesteak at? It's the beef. That's the beef. That's the main one. All I'm saying, he didn't take his time to even present it. You knew your wife was coming on the Real Housewives of Atlanta before we did. You could have went in and cleaned up your website, especially if she's talking about you worth millions and millions and millions. Clean it up, present like that. That's all I'm saying. See, you can't trick me. You can't trick me. I know what to look for. I'm not going to listen to Pinky. We know Portia be lying. We know Drew be lying because we go searching and we find evidence that contradicts what they be saying. So we going to do the same thing to you, Pinky. You can't come on here lying to us now. Talking about my man going to give me $5 million. No, he ain't. Let me get to the next sandwich. Now you done brought all of this. Here go the other one. Y'all got me. You know what? I'm finna go. I'm not finna do this with y'all tonight. I'm not finna do this. This man that threw these photos, listen, and I'm sure he's a nice guy, but your wife done brought all of this attention to you. Okay, let me go. They say, look at the team. Hold on. And the man just out here trying to work. You get what I'm saying? He don't deserve this. But you see, your wife can put you in this predicament by running her mouth. So now we gotta see. Let's see what the veggie looking like. Child. Mm, mm, mm. See, that's the vegetable. And the cheese overwhelms the vegetable. You would want the vegetables. See, child. Hold on. They said they getting worse and worse. Y'all say every photo is getting worse and worse. Let me go to this one. Damn, Dave. Let me see what else they got. They got a beef egg roll. You look, this man took a plastic ramekin. Lord have mercy. Hold on. They got a chicken. You got to use a different backdrop. Look, even if you had one ramekin that was you know the ramekins that they serve, you could have got you a white one. Look at them fries. That's some freezer fries. Now these the cheese fries. See, I'm finna go. Cause y'all believe anything anybody tell you. That's that cheese. When I was little, we would put on our sandwich. You know the packet, the cheese, it come in Velveeta and it's a slice. I'm not a cheese girl, but you open up the little clear paper. Y'all know what I'm talking about. It's like 16 different slices. Trey out here windmilling his ass off behind these cheese steaks. Look at that. You can't convince me. Some of them just awkward. Queen, look at this. Now this the beef. Philly fries. We can do queso cheese. At least make it enough for the cheese. Put the cheese around. Look. And he don't deserve this. Now the dessert not so. What is this? Water ice. Okay. Banana pudding. Not too bad. What else we got? Y'all say look at something. He don't deserve this. But see, Pinky, you're putting him in a. Now, see. Well, maybe that's just let me see how much this catering costs. Okay, he got a food truck. He's been in business 2 years, y'all. I think. Let me see. 2024. Pinky, you helped that man start that business. You helped that man start that business. You said 2024 was the worst year of your life. And I think that's when he started his business. Let me just double check. Let me see. When did I could be wrong. Oh no, they say 2014. They said 2014, the original location opened inside a 700 square foot Shell gas station. So he was in a gas station. Oh, wait a minute. Hold on. Maybe he is because it's Fortune magazine now. They said, let me read it. Let's read it together. Now they want me to subscribe. I can't do that. Dang. Hold on. They want me to subscribe to get the article. I'm not doing that. Hold on. All right. Big Dave's Cheesecakes was cheesesteaks was founded by Derek Hayes in 2014. The original location opened inside a 700 square foot Shell gas station. Can I be honest with y'all? And then it goes to a Fortune. So this article, they said he has 12 locations. Okay, let's do this. Let me see if I can look up an article we can read together where we don't have to pay. Forbes, you be getting on my nerves with that. Forbes be having some good information, but they want you to subscribe or pay, and I'm not doing that. Hold on. Wait, Trey, I don't stay in the comments. You say Fortune magazine is where Google was quoting Queen. I had already given you that. No, when I come to comments, let me tell you how I do it. I have to, when I'm looking at comments and I'm highlighting, it's like y'all hit it at the right time when I'm looking. So anything that you put, I probably missed. All right, now let's see if we can find an article, and we done because we technical over here. We love to get we just technical. Let's see what we got now. I may have made a mistake now. Hold on. All right, this is him. Let's read it together so we can discover together. Hold on. This is him. Can y'all see him? We can't do Forbes because they want me to subscribe and pay and all of that. All right, here we go. We're going to do this together. Now, this story was written. It looks like April 1st, 2026, introducing the fast casual future makers, Big Dave's Cheesesteaks. And this year's rising future maker is Big Dave's Cheesesteaks hopes to reach hundreds of U.S. stores and even an international presence. Well, here's the thing. I've traveled internationally extensively. I'm not going to say that the cheesecakes aren't the cheesesteaks. I don't know why I keep saying cakes. You need to go overseas to see what type of sandwiches they make in Europe. A lot of them are cold sandwiches on their baguettes. I love French baguettes, even when they're cold and hard. Oh my God. Why would you eat cold and hard bread? The roughage is good for your organs and your intestine. Like when that rough stuff rubs against your intestinal walls, it's really good. Soggy, soft bread, not so much. You want that bread rough and tough. But the French use a baguette. So if I was him, I would try to use the French, what they use. I think he should go overseas and study a little bit. He's from Philly. This is him standing on the table. All right, now let's see. Built on the promise of quality, speed, and accessibility, it continues to adopt as operators face new pressures. The fast, hold on. Let me skip through. Okay, so first up is Big Dave's Cheesesteak, which was selected as rising future maker. Derek Hayes wants to be the first African American to scale $1 billion fast casual brand, and he believes he's on a trajectory to do so. Let me ask you something. Is it that many of you that have a palate for cheese steaks? Yes or no? I've seen cheesesteak places before. The growth engine is Big Dave's Cheesesteaks, which operates 13 locations and a food truck in the Southeast. The brand is now in the early years of franchising, hoping to reach hundreds of U.S. stores and even an international presence. My thing to use Derek as a product, I would tell you to slow down. Pinky did the same thing, and she outpaced herself. It's not about how many you can have. It's about how many you can manage and maintain the quality. And by the quality, and this is free advice I'm giving you. I'm a product developer. The quality, by quality, I mean consistency over and over and over and over and over, to where your customers know that no matter what store they're going to, whether you have high turnover or not, the sauce, the meat is going to be seasoned the same. You use the same cheese. The bread is still from the same manufacturer, and it's going to be the same. They don't have to go to this one to get that because this cook is over there and you fired this person. So my recommendation to you, if you're really serious about this, don't be racing to open up stores to say, I got 14, I got 15. That's the quickest way to go nowhere fast. Focus on the quality. Focus on the longevity of the staff. Focus on making enough money for each entity that you can pay your cooks so well that it's hard for them to leave, that you can pay whomever so well. And you really hammer down on your customer service, the cleanliness of the restaurant, and the consistency of the menu. That's it. That's all. Okay. So I would probably say don't open up another one. You need each store to be in. Let me tell you why I say that. When I went to New York to cover the Diddy trial, and I started getting on TikTok and different social media outlets to go to some of these places, mom and pop places, these food places, some 5-star, some Michelin to taste the food, right? Ranging from everything, high to low. These people that get to go in and eat this food. And what I realize is a lot of it are lies because a lot of these people are influencers and they get paid to do this. But when we go in to eat it, it's trash. So I went to this soul food restaurant. I'm not going to say the name of it in New York. It was trash. It was trash. The chicken was trash. I took a 40-minute Uber. Trash. And I saw all of and sometimes your product, I'm not saying that's your thing, Derek, but sometimes your product is not as good as you think it is, right? And people get to hype it up and hype it up. So that's what I would focus on if I were you. The quality, the temperature. I wouldn't even overmake. I would make my fresh to order. Yeah, but it was trash. And I bought a lot. I wanted to try all that food. I was like, oh, this is trash. I'm not going to even review it because if I don't have anything nice to say, I'm not going to say anything at all. So I'm going to let, I was thinking, and it was black owned. And I was like, I'm going to let them make it. I ain't going to say one word. Oh, your food is horrible. Macaroni was trash. The greens was good. That was it. But I didn't come there for the greens. So Derek is saying that he's hoping to become this $1 billion franchise where he wants to do it proudly and respectfully. And I think you can, but it's going to be a slow climb. Don't get into learn from your wife is what I'm trying to say. Hold on. So basically, he's just giving a little bit of background how his brand came to be. And it started from his father falling ill and getting cancer. And his job, it seems like his job wouldn't allow him to take off when his dad got sick. So, baby, let me tell you something. Ain't nothing like freedom. Ain't nothing like that'll wake you up and make you feel like I'm in prison. Ain't nothing like a job to say, we need you. We good. You good. We love you. Yeah, we know your daddy's sick, but you can't take off. So it was the freedom that he was craving that caused him to sit down and put pen to paper to come up with an idea of how he can work for himself so he can never ask for a day off again. Okay. So I respect the hustle and the motivation behind it. So anywho, he said he jumped in his Buick and he drove all the way to Georgia. He took his dad back and forth from Emory University for treatment to Athens, Georgia, almost every day. Because in his mind, he said, listen, I can get another job, but I can't get another dad. Ain't no way in hell I'm going to sit up here at this job and watch my dad die because you won't let me get off to drive him to his cancer treatments. He said his daddy looked at him and he said, listen, I'm going to die, but I raised you to stand on your 10 toes. And I know you're going to break all the generational curses. Now, this is a little bit better, Derek. This is a better. You see this one? But guess what? He didn't take this picture. This article took this picture. Derek, you cannot have people coming in taking better photos of your food than you do. You're going to help the ante. You're going to have to give that website an overhaul. If you listen, your wife said you make $100 million, bring in you a professional website team. Quit being cheap. You need to get some food photos up to par and up and running. So anywho, he started in a 700 square foot Shell gas station. That's great. And he rebranded the business to Big Dave's Cheesesteak. Okay. And it's just a bunch. It's a lot here. Let me see. I'm gonna pull out the important parts. Okay. He said, about a year and a half, a lot of people didn't come eat his food. He just kind of was in that gas station. And then one day, Eve, the rapper, Scorpio, boy, Scorpios be giving people a start to their stardom. They do. So Eve came by and she was shooting a movie Barbershop. She stopped by the restaurant in 2016 and Eve brought about 15 to 20 people with her. She was craving a cheesesteak. So she came by to check it out. That is so Scorpio. Brought in a whole entourage. He said he was on the grill. And he said, I never choked in my life. And he said that was his opportunity to shine. And he took the chance to seize the moment. Opportunity knocked and he seized it. He said he proceeded to put together a chicken cheesesteak with salt, pepper, ketchup, fried onions, and hot peppers, like his life depended on it. He said Eve enjoyed the sandwich from the first bite so much so that she bragged about the food on her social media. You see that? Her followers came in. And he said the next day, because Eve said something, hundreds of customers showed up to the parking lot. He was in disbelief, y'all. But to keep up with the demand, his cousin who helped him run the restaurant was constantly driving back and forth to Restaurant Depot into the supply warehouse to help him get supplies. He said it wasn't easy, though. He said he would have to go out there and them lines were long. People were standing in line because Eve had hyped him up and he had to be transparent. And he had to just say, listen, we're not used to this amount of traffic. It's going to be a wait. And people were very, very kind and patient. And he had to close down at one point because he wasn't ready to go. He wasn't ready. The people outnumbered him. So that's all I'm saying. Pinky, you don't have to lie. We going to show up to support you, but don't be coming in lying because those people came back. He came out. He told the truth. He said, I can't serve y'all at one point, even if I wanted to. I don't have the supplies. We don't have enough food. Let us close down for a couple of days and stock up. And that's what they did. And the people came back. That's it. And that's how he took off. Okay, now here we go. He was able to move out that gas station and open a flagship restaurant in downtown Atlanta at 54th 4th Street, where he earned about $3 million in his first year from a simple menu featuring a variety of cheesesteak, egg rolls, fries, and water ice. And then COVID arrived and he had to pivot. Hold on. So during COVID, he said he and his team pivoted and they were out there distributing 1,000 meals in one day. And then for 40 days, he he pulled up to hospitals. Okay, if you remember during COVID, hospital staff couldn't leave. So what he did, that was genius. I guess he took his food truck and they got mobile and they started taking those sandwiches out there to sell them. So he kept his revenue flowing. Y'all, it's not the food, it's the mind behind the food. And because he was out there selling food, major media and news outlets like the New York Times, Wall Street Journal, and the Daily Mail picked up on what he was doing because people was hungry. Remember, restaurants was closed and everything. And then in 2022, he established a location inside the Mercedes-Benz Stadium, almost like, when you go. So now he got it. Okay, he got that. And then in 2023, 3 years ago, he announced his intentions to franchise. Now, let me say this, Pinky. That's him. He's doing good. And then he goes on to talk about a lot. In July 2025, Days announced Suhail Ahmed, an experienced Oh, so he announced that Suhail Ahmed, an experienced franchise with ties to Dunkin' Donuts, Dave's Hot Chicken, and Little Caesars, joined the company as a strategic advisor. Uh, uh, Little Caesars has a lot of longevity. If I were you, I'd be trying to find out who they had before Suhail, because Little Caesars has been around a long time. I would probably try to work with somebody that got Little Caesars started. Let me see something. I had a thought. So he's doing good for himself. $100 million, I'm not sure if he's there. I'm not. Because y'all be looking at, oh, it's three. He made $3, he made $5 million. Yeah, but it goes out and comes in. It goes out and comes in. You got to supply. You got to pay people. You got you have a mortgage, real estate mortgage you have to pay. What is it called? It's called, y'all know what I'm trying to say. Overhead space. Insurance. It's a lot. Staff. All of that. Anywho, taxes. So he's off to a great start. If he doesn't outpace himself, let me say that. If he doesn't outpace himself, he's off to a great start. Now, here's the thing. You're also in danger zone. Why? Because you had 3 kids back to back after only knowing a woman 3 months who's also going through bankruptcy. She's going down while you're coming up. She sees her things as her things. You see your things as your things. Typically, a man on the way up this soon and this young wouldn't be married unless he was already married years and years before and wouldn't be having small kids at this time. It's a very pivotal point. It's a very fragile point. It's the most beautiful phase of his life. I know a lot of women don't want to hear this. The most beautiful phase of his life, which is why he wasn't able to see that she was struggling when she said, I was suffering by myself and you didn't see it. He was tired. He's birthing his own dream. Typically, you wouldn't be there because they wouldn't be involved in serious relationships unless they were already married. Y'all better listen to what I'm telling you. They don't normally enter into relationships right then and there. But both of y'all got caught up in having sex. He impregnated you and married you right as his business was taking off. Is that good or is that bad? I don't know. Because y'all are only been married 2 years. That ain't nothing. I agree. His hustle was on point. I agree. Now, here's the thing. If he's going to give up anything, he's going to give up that marriage. It seems like y'all are doing good, but y'all are also having problems because you said that y'all had problems. Now, you haven't been married long enough for him to fight for it. And y'all almost got a divorce about, I think y'all said about 18 months ago. 18 months ago. Whatever was going on with y'all almost got a divorce. That's not good. That y'all drove to the courthouse within your first year of marriage. That is not good. Now, you're also facing a financial crisis. That's not good. You got 3 little kids. That's not good. He's at and then you're going through the depression because you lost. That's not good. Y'all haven't had a honeymoon. That's not good. It's a lot. That's all I'm saying. Woman to woman. Men like to enjoy the fruits of their labor. I'm not blaming her for nothing. I'm just saying it's a lot to fight for when you should be honeymooning. You should be coasting. The kids, probably, if you did it right now you're helping him, he's helping you. I don't know. That's all I'm going to say. And then she's walking into the Real Housewives of Atlanta. She's popping her shit. What? Coco Lee, I know you lying. Girl, point me to it. This is when, listen, you got to understand the heart of a man. Kids can't keep them. You couldn't even come to him and tell him what was happening in your real life. That's not the way to start off a marriage. I don't care how many kids you got by him. We talking about a marriage. So I don't know, Pinky. You only know a man. You don't know him until he starts making that money. I know my husband. No, you don't. You better ask every woman in America. Put some money in his hand. Then you get to know him. Do he stay? Does he go? Does he stay? Does he go? Is he still the doting husband, loving father, or has he traded me in? It's nothing. This ain't fear talk. This real shit we talking about over here. What you mean? You say what? You don't really know a man until he starts making the money he's always wanted to make. Ask any man. Ask any man. Boom. Now all of a sudden, and he may not be that, he may be a decent guy, and that's great for her. That's great for her. But I'm just saying, y'all got a lot going on as newlyweds. Newlyweds, it's a lot. Y'all don't know each other. Y'all start having babies. 3 months into into courtship, you was pregnant. Y'all ain't even had y'all ain't probably never took a vacation without having to worry about kids. Who gonna watch them? Your mama live. It's just, I'm not saying it's going to work, but I'm sure there's some strain. So hold on, Coco Lee, I need the tea. You said she asked him. Hold on. You said Pinky asked him to marry her. Girl, don't give me a heart attack. Thank you, sugar. They don't know each other. You said Pinky asked him to marry her? I know you lying. You are lying. Where did you pull this from? I hope that's not true. See? And if that's true, and I hope it's not, child, Lord have mercy. If that's true, he never chose you, Pinky. You chose him. Golly. Damn. I sure hate that. So we talking Chrissy and Jim Jones. What's up, man? Yeah, Jim Jones. Lord have mercy. I want to know about her asking him to marry her. And you said that's out of order. It is. Tell us more. Where did you pull it from? Oh my God. I'm not saying he could be a good dude, but you got to let these men pick you. So Pinky, slow your roll. Your husband told you was dominant, aka aggressive. Listen, you don't want your husband. Can I say this to you, Pinky? Can I talk, y'all? If your man already set you down on national television on your premiere episode, that's your first time being featured on the Real Housewives of Atlanta, and your scene with him is him sitting you down telling you dominant, and then he sees you in your next scene dominating the other beautiful feminine women, sweetheart, don't do that. You should have kept your damn mouth closed. He already see you as dominant. That's not attractive sexually. Men like something to save. Men like something that make them feel good. So when you was standing out, the last episode, when you was standing outside and you tell me, I ain't gonna do that to you. No, do that to him. Ask that nigga for exactly what you want. Let him go to sleep tossing and turning and make the men like something they can save. He want to save the day. You acting like a roommate. You acting like you don't know how to conduct yourself as a woman. You not the nigga in a relationship quit acting like, oh, no, what you got is yours. Girl, how much you need? Everything. They're going to take it off. Girl, if you don't get into your woman mode, don't let your husband see you dominating other girls. He's going to feel sorry for them like you're bullying them. Don't let your husband see you like that. And he just told you that you aggressive, that you dominate. And those ladies are made. Y'all don't know how men's mind. Listen, sit your butt there. You should have got up and all that kiss my ass and standing up and patting your behind and bitch. Oh, girl, don't do that. Around these women that's dressed up looking pretty and nice and you coming in with your MCM, a headphone on your ear. Don't do it, Mr. Cling. What Angela? No, I'm dead ass serious. I know I'm kidding, but y'all better take notes. Don't do it. Don't do it. He already told you at the house, at the crib, bro, you doing too much. And now you go to Dallas and he finna watch it when we watch it. He not gonna be proud of that. Don't do that. Mm-mm. Mm-mm. Inez came out the bushes. You supposed to be in the bed. You supposed to be in the bed. Did I lie? Girl, don't do that. That is a skill. Thank you, Saint. I'm just trying to tell the people. When I tell you it is a skill, you wasn't supposed to override Cynthia Bailey like that in front of your husband. Your husband gonna be watching, his homeboys watching, his hair. You cannot be the most at that table. Now he see you picking on little nice Cynthia Bailey. Girl. I'm dead ass serious. You want to turn a man off? Start doing that type of shit. You just picking on Miss Cynthia. She's so sweet and lovely. And she was so sweet to you and told you, are you happy with your room? Then that's all that matters. Okay. I've talked to them. They're not coming with the energy that you're coming with. Oh, girl, don't ever let your man see you. Wait, hold on. You need to be a damsel in distress. That man sat you down and said, you aggressive. You dominant. You dominant. That's not a compliment, boo-boo. He said you act like a whole nigga. And your haircut don't help it. And you out here picking on these nice, beautiful girls that's been working together for years. Telling these nice girls to kiss your ass. It's counterintuitive. It really is. Listen, when I tell you women do not understand and cannot read the ring, not all, a lot of them. Oh, you should have showed up, right? You should have had you a wig for this episode. You knew you was going to Dallas. She said come in character. You came with a damn baseball cap on your head. Mm. All right. The man is trying. The man is there. You should have asked him for that money on camera. You should have asked him when he said, I can give. Oh, no, I can't take it. All right. Go ahead and get it. I guess I'll go down to the courthouse and let them know we got $5 million. You know why? That man can't give you $5 million. Because you bragging too much. My assets. You better quit saying that. You better quit saying that before them investors hear that and come take everything you got. Because you're not supposed to have shit when you file for bankruptcy. So why, in one hand, is you bragging about bankruptcy and then the other hand talking about your assets? That means you don't have anything. You can't possibly pay them back. Pinky Cole, you are a liar. And you're gonna get yourself in legal trouble if you're not careful. Child. I can't believe 700 of y'all are still up with me. Am I telling the truth? Am I telling the truth? So something ain't right. Either you fronting about what you got or you lying to the bank. Either way, it is a dumb fucking move to do on national television. Do you not see how they wind these girls up on Bravo and send their ass straight to prison? Do not pass go. You better quit playing with these white folks and their money. My investments. I got this. I got 7 business. My investments. And this girl, them white folks gonna hem your ass up and put you in federal prison where you got to do day for day. Quit playing with them people. Y'all think, listen, it's cute until it's not. It's cute until it's not. And then Big Dave's cheesesteak is somewhere else with another slutty vegan. Talking about hello sluts as they walk through. Because listen, I'm just saying, she talked too much. Either she lying, but don't write a check that your ass can't cash from the Real Housewives of Atlanta. So either you are a liar and very insecure, or you finna get yourself in trouble. Because why would you be spitting that out? I got money. I got assets. And let me find this Watch What Happens Live with Pinky Cole. Because I got to see this. Hold on. Thank you, Lenore, Michelle Lenore, for the Cash App. Oh, that is so sweet. Thank you. I appreciate it. Hold on. Let me see. Watch What Happens Live. Pinky Cole. Where we can hear her say she asked this man to marry her. Let me tell you something. When you ask a man to marry you, you better be ready to hunt him for the rest of your life. And I know why you had a fit over that bank taking that house, because you are the sugar mama in this relationship. I knew that. When you couldn't tell him because you lured him. You was paying that man. Listen, I don't care what he had. He ain't have as much as you. And ain't nothing wrong with that, because a nigga can pull his weight in other ways. I'm not saying a woman should marry a man that she makes more than. He can pull his weight in other ways. But when you heavily lean into the relationship financially and you establish a clear boundary, your shit, you get to keep your money. Don't be surprised if he act like that. You coming into the relationship like, that's yours. I can't pull you down while you're going up. I'm pulling you down. And my husband would never let me suffer like that. And you keep saying that's you. That's your business. He keeps saying that's your business. That's ours. My husband would never watch me suffer like that. Y'all not as locked and loaded as y'all think y'all are. And I don't mean he's a bad guy, but I'm sorry, Big Mama. That's how you set it up. Ain't that what Lotto say, Big Mama? Y'all out here playing Big Mama to these YNs. Pinky Cole. Watch What Happens Live. Oh, I need to see this. Hold on. Somebody gonna have to send it to me, because there's so many clips of her on Watch What Happens Live. Hold on. That's all. They don't have a prenup. She ain't really got nothing. Oh, I see what you're saying. It ain't even about that though. Hold on. She over here lying. She's a liar. I'm finna send it. She's a liar. I know a liar when I spot one. Hold on. Watch this. Let me play this one. I don't know if they got money like that. And I hate to count people's pockets. She's showing up different. Even the other girls that be scamming, I'm talking about the Teresa Judices of it all. It's something about Pinky that just doesn't seem genuine. I know. I think Pinky don't have everything. She's trying to make y'all seem like she do. She talk about it too much. You can't have that. You obsessing over it like you don't. All right, here we go. I just kind of feel like, here we go. Watch this. Let me know when y'all can see it. But see, that's why you don't come on starting shit with women when you could actually be partnering with them. And you could have partnered with Angela to help you sell that property that was considered abandoned. And not only that, if the property is considered abandoned, with me having a little bit of experience in property preservation, that means you neglected the property. Now, let's get back to what Andy said about you not telling your husband. No, that means you're a liar. Watch your hold on, hold on. Hold on. That means you misled your husband in some way. Not telling is a liar. Because if a man went out and lost $20 million, I know what the other side of that conversation looks like. When a woman goes to her family and say, he lost everything, they say, leave him. He's a liar. You can't trust him if he's out doing that. Oh, shit. Y'all couldn't see it? Hold on. The family would tell her to leave you. Period. The family would tell her to leave you. Hold on. If he's out doing that and he's not being honest, leave him. Am I right? Let's share this one. Hold on. My bad. I hope y'all could hear it. At least. Y'all couldn't hear it? Now let's see. Let's start all over. Golly. Let's start all over.
Tonight's episode, and I love.
Hold on.
What an emotional end to tonight's episode, and I love your vulnerability and honesty about this whole bankruptcy situation. What made you wait to tell your husband?
Because I ain't want no problems, Andy.
Right.
I did not want no problems.
Can y'all hear it now? Okay.
Okay, my baby daddy pays the bills, okay?
She's lying. Look at her body language.
Okay.
And the reality of it is I'm just so independent, right? Like before I met Derek, I had my own. While I'm with him, I got my own. And I just didn't want to be his burden. I don't want to be nobody's victim.
There were headlines recently about your home and about a whole bunch of stuff. What can you tell us that's going on now?
Well, first of all, that was not my primary home.
Okay.
It was a rental property, okay? Because I have something called a portfolio.
You see how she's trying to dress it up, but let's listen.
Yes, ma'am.
And that property, it was abandoned. So, they
Abandoned deems, when you think about property preservation, the only way for them to determine that's abandoned is if it's in a state of neglect. So you got to watch these fast talkers. So when the city comes in and they keep saying shit is abandoned, the grass is high, there's a code violation, is dilapidated. So you weren't taking care. So let's not act like you had this $1 million house that was in this beautiful portfolio that you were taking care of, because even if you weren't there and the yard was clean and there was appropriate locks and board ups, it would not have been considered abandoned. So you can talk that shit to people that don't have any experience, but girl, I can see right through you. But here's the thing, Pinky, we don't care. You just don't have to do all of that lying. If you got an old shack down yonder, say it's an old shack, Andy. Shit, I forgot I had it. My grandmama owned it. And I forgot about that raggedy ass house. But now that they done brought it up, we getting it cleared out. We're refurbishing it because I got a piece of land. But don't get up here talking that shit on watch what happens live like you got a portfolio of this beautiful real estate when it's not. And the city came in and got your ass on a code violation and put it down to the courthouse as abandoned. It's only deemed abandoned if you neglected it and it stood out and it began to take down the value of the neighborhood. That's how that works. Let's continue.
Deemed it abandoned.
Okay,
so
maybe Angela will use it as an investment property.
She probably actually could sell it.
Yes,
cut of it. Right. She could give me a brokerage fee.
Yes.
Girl, stop, because you couldn't even take care of what you had, and that's the beauty of collaboration with other women. As you calm down, you could have worked with Angela and let her refurb it, preserve it for you, get some what do y'all call them people that come in? Um the man that comes in, an appraiser, tell you what we looking at right now, but if you bring it up to par, Angela could have helped you with that. She could have probably given me a brokerage fee. Girl, you couldn't even give your fucking self a brokerage fee because you got a code violation. You wouldn't even get the grass cut. But let's continue.
But I ended up getting that property back. As you can see, my primary home is beautiful. We live in a country club, all of the bells and whistles. And,
that means you took it out of arrears when it was brought to your attention. That means you wasn't paying the taxes.
I'm in a really good place right now. It's been difficult, but I'm just navigating.
What an emotional end to tonight's episode. And I love.
We don't care because we all fall by hard times. But you ain't got to come on this show to lie to us. But listen to what she says about her husband.
Of your vulnerability and honesty about this whole bankruptcy situation. What made you wait to tell your husband?
She about to lie. Look how Ruler's looking at her. Look how Andy's looking. Let's go.
Because I ain't want no problems, Andy.
Right.
I did not want no problems. Okay, my baby daddy pays the bills, okay?
You a lie. You a lie. You a lie. You lie. You look down. You couldn't make eye contact because you knew what you were saying is not true. And that's okay. But tell the truth.
Okay.
Even Andy knew you're lying. He's sitting in front of woman after woman after woman, scammer after scammer. This man is not new to this. He's true to this. He knew you were lying. I just don't understand why. But okay.
And the reality of it is I'm just so independent, right? Like before I met Derek, I had my own. While I'm with him, I got my own. And I
that is just crazy.
Didn't want to be his burden. I don't want to be nobody's victim.
Being married is not being a victim. See, good luck. Good luck with that. If you going to your husband to tell him as the truth about what's going on in the house with the money and how that could impact him, because they could come out to both of y'all as being a victim. Girl, you don't understand. He would want to know. He needs to know that. Thank you, Vivian. She to my victim. What? You are a wife. Go tell your husband what's happening before the people come.
For headlines recently about your home and about a whole bunch of stuff. What can you tell us that's going on now?
Well, first of all, that was not my primary home.
Okay.
It was a rental property, okay, because I have something
Love
called
to hear
a portfolio.
Yes, ma'am.
And that property, it was abandoned. So, they deemed it abandoned.
Okay.
So
maybe Angela will use it as an investment property.
she probably actually could sell it.
Yes.
And get cut of it. Right. She could give me a.
Yeah, so that's Pinky. Pinky, I really I don't know. I don't I mean, people seem to know you. Thank you, Toot. I just got the one which you sent to me. Hold on, about Nene Leaks. All right. But anywho, Pinky, we want to see you win, but you got to come telling the truth because, girl, we be doing our research. That's all I'm going to say. That's it. That's all. Y'all are still rocking with me this late at night. I hope y'all are enjoying the show. I really want to find the clip where she says she asked that man to marry her. You say, I wonder how their bill paying is set up. Probably a little bit different now, but if I had to guess, it probably took some time to get there. I'm probably going to guess if she asked him to marry her and she moved him into her house, she was carrying a load. She was carrying a load, which is why it was hard. Can I be honest with y'all? She literally took on the entire persona as a man. See, it's hard for a man to come home and tell his wife that he loses everything. So she has truly been the hunter in the relationship. And Pinky, that's not to knock you while you're down. It's just simply a reminder that you're out of order. And he mentioned that you're out of order. You're going to have to do something. You're going to have to remember you're a woman and not a man, and you're a married woman. And that calls for a complete overhaul of how you've been operating if you plan on keeping this man. See, a man would be scared to come home to let down his wife and kids and say, I lost everything. Hey, guys, sit down. Dad is in, we're losing some money. She's adopted the entire persona of being a man. And I don't mean physically, psychologically. Psychologically. So you hid it from him because you've taken on the role of the hunter in the house. You're not a man. You're a woman. Let that man save you. And you have to let him to. You're going to have to decide. Either you're going to be independent or you're going to be married. Okay, Jamie said, I think they said that Derek proposed to Pinky. Okay. But maybe, okay, let me say this, because I don't know. I'm trying to look for it. If she asked him to marry her and she's out of order, right? Could it be he was like, no. Let me do this. I'm the man. Let me do it right. And then came back behind her, cleaned it up, and proposed that essence. Coco Lee, you still here? Can somebody send me the link with her on Watch What Happened Live? We on Lock Nation. Welcome. Good to see you over here in these pods. Yes, good to see you in these pods. Thank you, Aisha. She said, Queen, you're doing a great job. It's just something. You ain't got a lot to kick it with us. We don't want to hear no more about your damn assets because you're going to get yourself in trouble. White folks, and they're going to come get their money. That's all I'm saying. Thank you, Jamie. Jamie said, you might be right. So it sounds like he got a little bit of decentness in him. Hey, get up off your knee. You're not the man in this relationship, girl. Asking me to marry you. Let me do it when I'm ready. It's coming. I know we got babies. I know you got pregnant 90 days after meeting. I know they've only been married 2 years, y'all. It's a lot. Valerie said the feds are listening. If she keep talking, they always come back and get their money. Better ask Wendy. Wendy made that police report, and them people never stopped looking at her. She thought she was done. And that's when she was done is when it actually started. You get what I'm saying, y'all? She thought she was done. They actually let her and Eddie get the money. Came and took the police report about the burglary. Let her do all of that. And the whole time they watching, all up in your bank accounts, all up in your assets. Subpoenaed access to you. Had all of that. Wendy didn't know. Eddie didn't know. Looking at emails. All of that. Watching them send emails back and forth. Girl, you better be quiet. While you trying to clown Angela, Angela say, I lost $2 million of mine, not theirs. Do you owe your, what she say? Do you owe your, what she tell Angela? Do you owe, what was the word? Angela say, no, I don't. That was my money I lost. And the only reason why that I didn't qualify for the type of bankruptcy that you qualified for, but the only reason why I did it is to stop them from taking the other one. Barbara said, it sounded like they exchanged roles. I don't think he ever got a chance, Barbara, to come in. I think Pinky was trying to impress him like he's trying to impress us. I think Pinky did the most with him. I think Pinky was talking crazy to him, and he let her make it the first 90 days. It's like, okay, cool. The money good, shit. I can learn a lot from her. I think there was a level of respect, but there was also a level of competitiveness. And it's fun for a man to conquer you, but you're going to have to take that down. You're going to have to take that down now. Crystal say, Cheryl say, out here fresh as hell while the feds watching. She talking too much. Yeah, they're the investors. Girl, don't come on here writing a check that your ass can't cash, trying to do the most. Head dropping. What you say? Drop topping, head bopping. I'm gonna be fresh as hell. What? And we not wishing that on you, but girl, you better learn how the Real Housewife. Girl, that's the first place the feds come. Soon as y'all new people come, you better ask Britt Edie, Kelly, all of them. Oh, you over there? Them Bravo checks good. We finna get our money. We finna get our money. Be quiet. Quit trying to clown. Yeah, there you go. P-Dub, say Teresa, old girl in Salt Lake City, Wendy. They got they got somebody else too. They got Teresa. They got Wendy. They got Jen Shaw. That's her name. And they say she can never come back to Bravo. Yep. Pinky's former CEO is indicted. Hold on. That means you do bad business with bad people. You lying. Are you lying? Y'all, I just got somebody came in. They not lying. Angela is, oh, thank you. I'm reading it right now. A source. Right now. It says, I'm gonna leave it. It says, hey, Queen, Pinky's husband grew up with my kids. I know him personally and very well. Pinky does have low self-esteem. She allows threesomes in the bedroom, allegedly. She wants him more than he wants her. He left his first relationship because he wanted the lights, the camera, and the action that she has in Atlanta. So Angela went lying about that lady being in the basement. Listen, let me tell you something. Angela don't seem like a lady that's just going to throw something out there. Pinky, that Pinky was shot. You didn't think they knew, girl? Somebody sent me that clip when she told Angela, you want my puss. And Angela said, never. When women start talking like that, why would you think that Angela would want your puss and y'all are coworkers talking about the Real Housewives of Atlanta? How did puss even come in this conversation? How did it even go there? Girl, who in that damn basement? And what a damn clip. Somebody sent me the clip where Angela say, girl, you didn't think they knew about that lady down there. Girl, that's why you look like that. I was wondering why I was like, why this lady got arrows in her head? Listen, I'm not trying to be funny. Why are you adopting this look?
What an emotional end to tonight's episode. And I love your...
What are we doing? So now I get it. Why I was like, I don't understand where this argument is going. Now you're accusing a lady of wanting you sexually. Where is that coming from? Did y'all not catch that tea? Did y'all not catch that tea when she sat there at the table and said that? Angela said, what? See, when women start talking like that, no, bitch, that's you. Mac Living say, I scream. She didn't deny it. You show right, Barbara. She didn't deny it. She said, what? Like, girl, wait, girl, y'all that good? She looked like, how in the fuck would they know? That's what she looked like. She didn't deny it. You show right, Aaliyah and Barbara. You said she didn't deny it. And she said that Angela's just obsessed because she know all my business. Angela said, we ain't got no wife in the basement. Mm-hmm. You better hope y'all ain't holding that lady there against her will now. Girl. I just got it. They say you in there letting that man do threesomes. Damn. Thank you for this piece of tea from Atlanta. Sure did. Just got it while I was on live. Let me say allegedly, Pinky. Now it aligns up accordingly to what Angela just said. There is somebody that knows your husband. Say, I know him personally very well. Pinky allows threesomes in the bedroom, allegedly. She's loud. She's doing anything to keep this YN. And Angela just said, y'all got people under the stairs. Mm-mm-mm. Let me see if I got anything else coming through. Look like, hold on. Child, that's it. I'm going to leave it like that. I wanted to find the one where she said she asked that man to marry her. But if what they are saying is true and you letting this man do, you better talk to Candy. You need to go sit down with Candy. SG said, I knew she liked them girls. Because something is just off. Pinky came in out with them red flip-flops, and I was like, where are your heels? What are you doing? Why is you dressed like Mr. Tenderism every time I see you? Let me find out you want that meat falling off the bone, because you did say the only meat you eat is your husband's meat. And I was like, you're not supposed to eat it, girl. You're supposed to. Oh, Queen Shiba, watch your mouth. You say the Godfather Oakley don't mess. Angela, I knew Angela wouldn't lie. Angela, we got it. We just got a DM. Show did. Show did. Show did. Damn, Pinky. She do be dressed like Mr. Tenderism. Am I lying? Let's take a look. I'm just looking. Look. Mr. Tender. Hold on. Hold on. She do. Let me quit playing with Pinky like that. I don't know. Let me go to bed. I'm done. Y'all not gonna keep me up acting a damn fool. Mr. Calbon say boots and all. Listen. Boots and listen. And then it explains everything. Thank you to the person that just dropped that tea. It explains everything. This whole episode, I'm like, why are you talking like that? Why are you saying you're very masculine with other women? Because you got a whole person under the stairs. What you mean you dominating other women? Girl, you supposed to be in here being friends. That don't even sound right. Why would you say that on camera? Why are you treating that nice lady like that? Why they say you like Jim Adler, the tough, smart? What? Why are you? Listen, that's what it's given. She said it though. She said, I have masculine energy when it comes to other women. Did she not? She said it, but I didn't understand what that had to do with the Real Housewives of Atlanta. Because I'm like, just go be a lady. Just go have fun. Go eat your charcuterie, get your champagne. Like, why are you coming in talking like that? You know Jim Adler. If you in Texas, the tough, smart lawyer. You say she's a pretty lady. She just doesn't know how to carry it. She told you she carry herself like a man around other women. She said it. When it comes to women, I am masculine. She know that's how she chooses to carry herself. And I was confused because I was like, well, maybe she just bossy. The queen of Candasonia said the Texas hammer. The Texas tough. Y'all better look up Jim Adler. That's how she came in. And then she said, I eat his meat. No, you don't. Don't no man want to be bit. Why would you be down there doing that? Let me go to bed. See, I'm finna go. When she said, that's the only meat I eat, I was like, Pinky. It just was off. I was like, that's not how you describe that. Like, that didn't maybe she meant, I don't know. Now it's all starting to make sense. Now I was like, huh? You biting folks down there? What? Like, what? And then she called Angela Damon. What? Wait a minute. You said take off that wig, Damon. I'm gonna go to bed. Damon. What? And everybody was like, huh? Now that shit is starting to make sense. It wasn't so random. Cause I'm like, Damon, where'd you pull that from? Huh. Everybody said, did you Google it? Like, we was all lost. Hold on, girl. I'm not gonna play with you. Y'all, is it not making sense now? Hold on, Barbara. Say it takes one to know one. I was like, Damon. What? And then I thought, well, maybe she corny. It's just a bad joke. Like, girl, you got Damon in the basement, girl. You'd have made that lady take off her wig and eyelashes. And Angela said, we ain't got no wife in the... Oh, I'm going to be tuned in. Don't put that lady out. Don't put that lady out. That's why you didn't want them investors coming to that house. That's why you didn't want them creditors. You went, baby, she ran to that courthouse to get them locks off the doors. Hold on, motherfucker. We got somebody in there. Baby, when they locked that house, I'm sure that lady got the text and girl, hold on, girl. Don't say that. Please, girl, let me see let me just go to the courthouse, girl. Let me see if we can get you up out of here. Hold on, the judge say what time? Get me out of here, girl. Just get me to the end of the day. Girl, you had that lady locked in the house. You lucky that bank didn't do a walkthrough. You lucky them folks didn't do a walkthrough. Your ass was going straight to jail for locking them people in that basement. Oh, let me get up out of here. Let me get up. I bet that lady came up to get some water. Shit, and couldn't get that door open. Oh, baby. Hey. What's that boy name? Tell Derek to open the door, girl. Girl, that ain't Derek. That's the bank. The bank. Yeah. What you mean the bank? Hold on. We finna go down here and see what's going on. Baby. Y'all gonna have to get me up out. Girl, just hold on. Get me to the end of the day. That's why I was like, why is this lady having a reaction about this house? It was strong. Because you would can you say bankruptcy? And I was like, okay, that's a complete 360. Something is going on with this house. The whole time you didn't got somebody in that house on the bottom. The bank, when the bank come, they board up, they get the locking up shit. You ain't, they didn't lock the door so the lady can't get out, allegedly. Let me go. I'm done. I am done. For real. Oh my God. Y'all, thank you for having a good time with me tonight. Thank you for having a good time. I done made my damn self laugh. Cause Pinky, you better leave them people alone. They're gonna find out all your secrets on the Real Housewives of Atlanta.
What the dog doing?
I don't know. And with that being said, y'all, that is the conclusion of Party in the Chat, honey. The time was had. We've been on here for 3 damn hours. I gotta go. Bye, y'all. You said walking up them stairs in a house coat and slippers and that door was locked. Listen. Whew. I can only imagine. Because her reaction was so public and scared. She was scared to death about the house. And I was like, baby, they gonna fix it. But little did I know, shit. Allegedly, somebody was down there. Girl, that lady probably gave you 24 hours. Probably 12 to get her before she called the police on you. They made it right, though. She ran to that courthouse. She got it done. She got it done. I don't see Angela lying. I don't. We gonna find out who was in that basement. Because she gonna tell. Once she know they done already talked about her, if she's a cloud chaser, she coming out. She gonna end up breaking up with y'all. She finna get real disrespectful with you, Pinky. Whatever arrangement you think you had with her, now she know that she can get a little bit of clout. If your husband ain't got her in order, she coming out. Watch. I don't think y'all got that Todd and Candy kind of arrangement like what they had with Fatima. Fatima's a good girl. She, she cool. But depending on who y'all got in that basement, shit. That's it. All right, y'all. Good night. Thank you, everybody. Let me quit playing. Y'all know this is all for fun and entertainment. I don't know if that's true, but I know Angela said that somebody just got in my inbox and said, yep. And listen, y'all know I don't just let y'all send me anything. She says, I know him personally. And Pinky be doing stuff out of low self-esteem. And that's why Angela, I was like, why is this girl so triggered by Angela? Why is she talking about Angela want her punani? Where are we going with this? Like, where are we going? And that's even everybody was confused at the table. Everybody kept saying, huh? That was low. Now we know. Good night.